afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the
Evening.
world, everybody, and welcome to Revenge of the Gith. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Rob, go ahead and kick us off with introducing yourself, fam.
Hi, I'm Robert, the GM. I'm the GM of this game. It makes sense, finally. I'm super excited for our fourth session, going into a 100% legit and not at all sketchy Wizard Mansion.
Wizard mansions are always
Yeah.
Never
Right.
trapped.
No.
Never trapped.
Thank you so much.
I've already smashed down the door, so does that mean bad things happen?
Yeah, we're already dead.
Only one.
Mission to-
Yep, you guys are dead. The end.
The end.
Yay, thanks for
Anytime
coming.
new characters,
You
Awakened
can find me at Rocky
Velociraptor
Rolling.
it is. Anyway, thank you, Rob. Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash, also Luminos D. I'm playing Luminos D, Starcaller, the Paladin Knight, and Venturer. And I'm escorting these, well, I wouldn't say kind fellows to some of them, but these fellow people, these fellow adventurers, with my witty and charm and battle grace. Something along those lines.
Something.
Okay, thanks.
I would agree with all of those except the wit, but moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
Wow.
Omega.
Wow.
I'm Omega. I'm playing Aira, our friendly bird archer. End of sentence.
That also is a clarification. It's a bird who uses archery, not someone who shoots at birds.
I mean, that too, probably.
Both owls
Okay,
are
no,
birds
that's fair.
of prey,
That's
as I'm
fair.
sure
You
you're
know
aware
what?
of. They
So
do eat
I didn't
other
mean to
creatures.
assume.
I once had a
Nah, he's a
owl that I
vegan.
felt that I fed dove guts to. So, anyway.
Random fact.
Random fact about Val. She kept birds of prey.
I kept a parrot once.
Hope.
That's about as close as I got.
Hope, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Hope from She Games, He Games, a couple variety streamer, me and my husband. I'm playing Chatter, who is a Firbolg druid. He is very shy, and he has a mom and dad who are squirrels.
Thank you, Hope. Adam.
Hi everyone, I'm Adam. I'm going to be playing Elland, the Lawbard, today. He's a bit of a scruffy little man who likes to research and is enjoying his time getting to know this wonderful party of miscreants and causing havoc with the Gith. Onwards into this perfectly safe mansion.
Beautiful.
Safe.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Ember.
Hi, I am the guy who forgot to get his drink. I am playing Alexander Bogmar, the Conquest Paladin, who is definitely the nicest person in the party, obviously. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just going to shake my head, but
Yes, I also broke down a door, so I'm probably also going to die. So there's that.
Thank you.
Other than that,
so much.
yes. The Azamar. I'm an Azamar. I forgot to say that. There we go.
There we go. Hi guys.
Yeah, you're an Azamar. That means they have to be a good person.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's, what angel? Angels aren't dicks
Yeah,
at all.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
No,
Have you
yeah.
seen his wings?
Yes. Quite literally bones and tattered flesh. Yeah, those ones.
The zombie wings?
Yeah.
something. And hi guys, I'm Val. This is my channel. I'm playing as Anja. She is a half-elf Bladesinger wizard who has a possum familiar named Tulip, and she is definitely not the nicest person in this party whatsoever. So she is just an awful, awful half-human being. Can't stand her. She's the worst, but
So definitely not as nice as Alexander.
yeah,
Come
no,
on.
definitely not.
No one's as nice.
So
You just want to throw out the window.
cool. And with that in mind, as a reminder, this is a viewer-affected game, so if you feel so inclined, including the cast members, I do remind you guys that you are completely welcome to pay to win. But if you're so inclined, if you want to give 100 biddies, you can give a luck point to a character or the GM. If you wish to sub to the channel, you give a nat 20 or nat 1 to a GM or player. If you donate $5, that is, what is the $5 on ours? Oh,
$5.
I have so
And
many
you can
games. Go ahead.
You can rename an upcoming NPC and or give them a fun quirk.
There you go.
So if you want the next character to be named Winnie the Pooh and they think everyone is a jar of honey, cool.
Why not?
That happens.
Yeah.
Probably should also mention Anja and I are brother and sister.
Yes.
Uh,
Half siblings.
yeah.
So
Half
we're
siblings.
so to believe, according to our parents.
Yes.
Who never lied to us
Yes.
whatsoever or had any confusion.
Never,
about
ever.
who
Yeah,
they
your
put-
dad seems like a pretty nice guy. I don't know why he would ever lie
it's
about
true.
it.
Yeah.
You know, and my mom was absolutely just an angel. So
And your mom.
No,
ran
my
a-
mom was
Your
the
mom
angel.
True.
It's true. Cool beans. All right, Robert, go ahead and kick us off, fam.
Yeah, so we come back in once again to this beautiful world of Arial outside of the city of Malja for the first time. Only a little bit out, like past the large sprawling encampment of Underdark refugees, and past a bit of farming and small like outside of the city goings on, to a large, stately but unkept manor, where the party was led to believe that there was a wizard that could either help them or was dead enough that they could take their magic stuff without any complaints. They approached the door and were greeted to the Benbound estate, but were not let in until they let themselves in and were greeted with a "Welcome to the Benbound estate." And yeah, so you can see there's this like just only light is really coming from the outside sunlight, and you see this like very dusty but still very nice like greeting room. So there's like a nice large carpet with an intricate carving, and you see or not carving but decoration and pattern, and the pattern has a lot of like halflings and gnomes and humans like doing like manual labor and stuff, and there's like a big chandelier with like some cobwebs and dust hanging, and there's a door on either side, and then there's like a dual staircase that goes up to like a very large like stately door that probably goes further into the manor. So what do you want to do?
That wasn't very nice.
Hello?
To replace that, let's
Anyone in there?
get an IOU.
Wizard.
Wizard.
I don't think there's anybody here. I don't think anybody's home, guys. And he's going to pick up the door that got knocked down and like try to like put it back in the frame.
Yeah, I mean you can like put it in the frame, but it'll just like fall back over unless you do something to keep it in the frame.
Let me see if
It's pretty broken.
oh geez.
That's why he can't have nice things.
I'm gonna start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
Gonna start walking around the little bottom floor.
All right, so
Wow.
the instant you step inside the room, the chandelier just ignites into just like these nice little dancing purple and green flames like alternating, which gives like the room like this like warm kind of it's like you wouldn't really expect it, but very inviting glow. And so there's the two spiraling staircases, and out from between them a like large rusted dusty suit of armor approaches with a large book between its hands like this, and just like walks up with a kind of a like silly gait, and you see there's like like old bells hung around, so just like ching ding ding ding, and then pulls open the book, and the same voice that was greeted you at the door and when you busted it down says please record your name for the Benbound Manor, and then your appointment shall be completed. So this suit of armor is just like holding open this large like ledger.
I turn around, look at the rest of the party, and just like,
Are there any other names in the book that we can see?
Yeah, you do see like a bunch of different names and I mean, you could flip through. I mean, none of them definitely mean anything to Era, but there's just like a bunch of just random names. Yeah. And you do see some of them have dates, and the earliest date you can find is like half a year ago.
Is the door from which the armor entered the room still open?
Yeah, it's just like a closet. Like it was just waiting in like a closet.
Is there anything else in the closet?
You look around. No, it's just like it looks like it was just like a little cubby hole for this thing to stand and wait for guests.
Interesting.
Alexander will write his name in the book.
Yeah. And so what's Alexander's? Does he write his full name or just his first name?
Yeah, he writes Alexander Bogmar in Celestial.
Welcome, Alexander Bogmar, to the Benbound Manor.
Just again, turn to the party, just like,
Well, we're trying to wait for Ellen to finish his spell.
That's ELEND.
And as you finish, there's so much magic in this place, Ellen. Like, there's like so many magical auras that you just can't tell where they're all coming from, right?
So I'm just looking around, like bedazzled.
Yeah,
like it's a bit
literally
bright.
Like, that's magic. That's magic. That's magic. That's definitely magic. Like literally,
I'll
like
just
the
drop
book,
the spell.
the armor, the walls, the floor, the ceiling. Like it's just
Everything's magic, guys. Like
That's very useful.
everything. I mean, I think maybe even the floor is valuable.
There's like globe in the corner, and that's like one of the few things that's not magical. It's just like a random globe in the corner, and that's like not.
I stabbed the globe.
All right, it's destroyed. There's no longer a non-magical.
Why do you do that?
You shouldn't go around destroying other people's property. Just because they're not home, it doesn't mean that they don't want to keep it. I mean, it could just be in storage.
Do you know how expensive those globes are?
And she's writing IOUs for everything they destroy and like tacking one to the door and then tacks one to the globe. Like
how old and dusty is this place looking?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh boy, here we go. Maybe. Eventually. There we go. 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dusty, man. Like you'd put it in a matter of months, not years, but like it's also magical, so could be weird. Also, as you write the IOUs and you stick them on, they like disappear as if they've been teleported away.
oh well, maybe that's going somewhere it belongs and not destroyed. Can't say that I didn't try.
Is anybody else gonna write their name in the guest book?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
So I write in and it says, and I put Alexander smells like bog.
Welcome, Alexander. Smells like bog.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna initial it 80.
Welcome, A.D.
And I turned to
Dramatic.
everyone. I was like, I'm just saying, if you put your full name in something, it could be used against you.
Okay. So Chatter takes a little pouch out of his poncho, and it's got like some dirt in it, and he just like licks his finger, puts his finger in the dirt, and just puts his fingerprint inside the book because he doesn't know how to spell his name. So
welcome.
Welcome, paw print.
Well, that's how you say it in common.
Close enough.
I don't think so, but sure. Ara's gonna write his name in Primordial on the book.
Yeah. Do you write down like a last name or just Era?
Just Ara.
Welcome, Era. No surname detected.
And then I will take out my quill and ink and tap it and then write down Elend Magia.
Welcome, Elend Magier.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Let's
try to
get-
close the book.
You close it, and then the like construct like grabs it so it doesn't fall, and then just opens it up again.
That should be everyone, right? Unless your retainers are there.
No, they're gonna wait outside.
What about the squirrels?
Do they have? Do they have
Ew.
names? Are they named?
Well, yes, they do have names.
Oh, what are their names?
Question.
They are. And
Oh, right.
and they scamper down Chatter's arm, and they do the same thing that he did, and they just take their little paw and just on the page next to his name.
Welcome.
So we're just in a hallway, right?
No, this is like a large
Oh.
entrance room.
Okay, can you
and
like
then-
describe the room as in the
Yeah,
layout
yeah.
again? Like
Yeah, so it's this like large, probably like 20 by 20 room with like a big chandelier that's now magically lit up and a big carpet and like a bunch of odds and ends and like a few bookcases. And then there's a door to your left and right, but then there's a double staircase that leads to a large double set of doors. And the double set of doors kind of slowly open themselves up, and you see like there's a hallway you can kind of see. I mean, it's a bit up, and you see that some torches start lighting up in the same like purple, green fashion. And the voice says, "Welcome, 8 guests to the Benmount Estate."
I go to the front door and I just turn to my retainer and saying, "Here's 10 gold. If we're not back by night, by all means, get a room in the nearby inn."
I vote we go left instead of down the ominous hallway.
And just for reference, Rob, Alexander is casting Armor of Frost on himself. Armor of
Okay.
Agathis on himself.
That lasts for like a minute, right?
For an hour.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. I think it is called Armor of Agathis, huh?
we were just here to find either the guy or
Frost.
the nice, cool things, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything in the room that we would deem like useful and valuable from like using detect magic or just looking at the stuff?
So like you didn't get anything that would, other than like the book and the golem type suit of instrument. Nothing seemed like powerful. It's just like, you know, having a chandelier that lights itself and
Right, basic
like
spells,
yeah,
but
like,
just lots of them everywhere.
yeah.
Okay.
So nothing that was like, oh, this is like a item. It's just like, yeah, there's just like little quality of life enchantments everywhere.
Apparently that was the drink break.
Apparently.
Which way, guys? And like point to the left door and the right door. Or you said there's stairs going up to this hallway, right? Or
Get
is there a hallway in the-
some dragon dice. This is,
Yeah,
you know,
so
let's
there's
have a look.
left, right, and then the big one that's opened up.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
walk to the left door and open it up.
My dice
It's
says go
big old.
upstairs.
It's locked.
Oh, it's locked.
Hmm.
What about the right door?
Locked.
My dice win.
What kind of doors are they?
The left and right ones are just like, I mean, they're nice. Like they're still like stately doors, but they're like fairly plain wooden doors. Like
I was about
Like-
to say.
but
Hey,
the
Alex.
big ones have like stone around them.
Do you want to use that universal key you've got?
I was about to say we have a key for these kind of doors. If you guys want. Do we want to do that? We don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to like break down every single door? in this place?
Yeah.
I really don't want to cause any more property damage.
Yeah, maybe that's for the best.
I mean, magic can fix it, right?
I mean, the right kind of magic, sure.
Doesn't make it
Yeah.
right though.
Alexander's gonna walk up to the door on the left,
Mhm.
pull out his cleaver. Oh no, he hasn't put his cleaver away. He walked up with the cleaver. He puts his cleaver up to the door and kind of just like tinks on it with his cleaver. So just plain wood.
I mean, it looks like just plain wood, yeah. Although, I mean, Ellen could tell there was some magic
Were
on
the
it.
right? What kind?
There was both like probably some conjuration magic that you could probably gather is like stuff to make it look pretty, but and also some abjuration, which is like protection stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing like evocation that would be like a trap, probably, but it does look like it's protected.
I think
Maybe.
these doors are maybe protected from natural means. Maybe we try the dragon dice route.
Stairs it is.
Sure.
Dragon dice always win.
What makes the dragon dice draconic? I'm very curious.
They have dragon symbols on them, and they're used in the game Dragon dice.
Interesting.
You've never played Dragon Dice Era?
No. What?
I think Luminos, we're gonna have to have a little bit of fun with him later.
In the sky?
We play for keeps.
Yeah, play for keeps. Up the
Okay.
stairs.
Walking down the hallway.
Yeah, up the stairs.
So, yeah, you go upstairs, and again, there's like these torches lit up, and you see there's like just a series of like different doors, all with like a torch sconce on them, and you see so there's like 12, 6 on each side, and you see on the right side, the third one, the torch lights up like just normal torch flame.
You think maybe he's in there, guy?
I think this is our appointment.
Wow.
And I'd just like to say, Rob, if anyone else isn't doing it, I'm looking out for any signs of scuffle or anything that would be weird to see in a house.
I mean, it's pretty easy to tell. All this dust seems undisturbed. Like, it feels like you guys are the first people to enter this part of the house in a long time.
Just a question, guys. Being this is a wizard abode, usually they like to protect their secrets. You think there's gonna be a few traps?
Of course.
There probably are. That seems reasonable.
Who's here good at traps?
All kind of. I can always send Tulip. I mean,
Ellen?
I'm good at looking at things. Sure. I'll give it a go.
I mean, if nothing else, just put the shield in there.
I'll help you look, Ellen. I'm good at looking at things too.
I'm pretty good at traps, but not really the inside magic-y kind. More like the if you step on it, you get your foot stuck kind. Not that I would know from experience or anything.
And this is in the
I mean,
where we're all
never mind,
like,
wait.
where is the rogue? Oh wait.
Yeah.
None of us are the rogue. That's why.
I'm looking at Aura saying, "Are you good at traps? You got good eye."
Right. Yeah. I'm good at traps.
No, I'm not saying are you good at traps. I mean, are you good at seeing traps?
Sure.
Okay, he's at
So
front.
did you say there was 12 doors
Mm-hmm.
And there's one with the
And-
torch that's lit up.
and the rest of them didn't light up?
Mm-hmm.
Are they identified in any way, like numerically with any numbers or markings or anything?
No, it seems just to be like the only identifying thing is the torches.
I mean, like maybe just go with the obvious thing for now.
That might be a good idea.
We can search for traps as much as we want later.
Can I is there like a gap at the bottom of the door?
Yeah.
All right. I can check it out if you guys want.
All by yourself?
Oh, I'm not afraid. It's okay. And Chatter will wild shape into a dormouse and squeeze under the door.
Yeah. So, roll me an Arcana check, Chatter.
Uh-oh. I'm real good at these guys.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Okay.
You actually kind of are.
There we go. Hey.
Yeah. No. Yeah. See? Why'd you ever doubt yourself? So, like, the reason I had you is because maybe Chatter just doesn't question this, but as you like crawl through, you enter like a very large room with like a crackling fireplace and like lots of areas for seating, enough seating for maybe say 8 people.
He counts on
And-
his toes.
Like to the like it's large enough, and the doorway is not like the door you crawled under, and the door that is like you would leave the room from are not the same. So you gather like you've been like teleported or something to this room. So yeah, it's just like a very nice sitting room. You see there's some like tea and a bit of like finger food and a big fireplace. And just like a very nice sitting room.
He's squinting mouse.
Notably also not dusty. No dust.
Before I do anything else, I'm gonna do just a quick investigation check of the room to see if there's like, just kind of skitter around and see if there's anybody in here or any sort of like sketchy stuff, as in traps or stuff like that.
Please do.
Cool. Here we go.
I mean, maybe it's because you're a mouse and are like don't have a good angle, but yeah, you don't see anything other than basically what I described. It just seems like a really nice sitting room.
Cool. So I'll go back to the door. I'm not going to go under it. I'll turn back into myself though, and I will attempt to open the door from the inside.
Yeah, and you open the door, and as you open it, it just kind of looks like a dark hallway. Like you don't really see anyone in the hallway, or like it just looks like an unlit hallway.
Guys, hello.
You guys don't really hear chatter.
And we don't see our door open either.
No.
Did they leave? This looks.
How much time has passed?
I mean,
like,
not very long. Like
the same amount of time that he's been in there.
Probably been about a minute for both of y'all.
Okay.
I figure we're still waiting.
Yeah.
He's gonna scratch his head. Okay. Maybe they went back outside. I guess I'll just wait here. And he goes, and he'll just like sit down at the chair and like look at the food, and his stomach grumbles.
Yeah.
It's not polite to eat before everybody else gets here.
And the squirrel's like nod on your shoulder. Yeah, so I mean, you guys, chatter just doesn't come out.
Oh no!
It's just a door.
Chatter, come on.
Alexander will walk up to the door, shield first.
Do I hear them out there or no?
Nope.
Yeah. Rattle the doorknob a little bit. Does it move?
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Yep.
What do we see
Questioning
looking
like the rest
into
of
the room, like when he opens the door?
You open the door, and it just looked like, it's kind of hard to see. It's like unlit, which is a bit weird because most of you have dark vision, but it just kind of looked like basically kind of in the same lighting situation of the main room when you busted in. So you could probably guess that. I mean, from past experience, that once you step in, it'll probably light up or something. But right now, it just looks like an unlit room, empty.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in the door the moment it opens.
Okay, so Era disappears, and hey, Chatter, Era's here. Like Era, you like feel yourself walk through the door, and then like you're just like standing by a different kind of door with it open in this new room. Like there's just this slight incongruity where you just weren't in the same place, and now you're just like holding this door open, like standing in this room.
Can you describe the manner in which he disappears?
Just like gone.
I was about to say, not like walking into a mirror, like his whole body just disappears at the same time.
Yeah, it just is gone. Like he steps through the threshold and he just disappears.
Fascinating. I walk into the room.
You say fascinating.
Reappear.
Can I go ahead and, as I'm watching?
Wow.
Well, that's what's new.
Chatter, hi.
It's you guys. I thought you left.
No, not exactly sure what's happening here, but
I opened the door to let you guys in, and you guys were all gone.
we didn't
Now
go
you're here.
anywhere.
Oh, it's much more complicated than that. I hope the rest of them follow. I'm going to go sit down next to Chatter.
Alexander,
Hmm.
I don't think our party's very smart.
No, no, we're not.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check on the door, and like now that I've like watched all this happen, and I am a wizard, y'all. Like I like to do an Arcana check on this noise.
Please do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they are being teleported somewhere as they are stepping through the threshold.
Alexander is going to slowly get behind Anja while she's doing it and just push her through the door.
God. You see Anja fall face flat into the other room.
Yeah.
Like she has.
Yeah,
She
when I was
just
in the sitting room.
falls.
Boom. Like, ass over
Why
titty.
are you falling?
I got pushed.
Well, why'd you? I bet it was Alex.
Yeah.
Seems like a thing he'd do.
Really does hate me.
That could be. We don't know what's on the other side. For all we know, it could be a lava room.
Yeah. And Alexander will just kind of walk through the door.
I'm like standing up, like dusting myself off, kind of just looking
Does he like trip over her? Or...
incredibly sad.
I feel like Anja probably got up
Yeah,
in time.
just looking very dejected.
Yeah. He'll pat her on the head as he walks by and go sit down.
Oh, okay, well, that was so funny. I didn't get hurt at all.
He's very amused.
At least not
But-
on the outside.
Yeah.
I start pacing outside the door. I'm like, okay, do I go? I'm not sure I should go. Should I go?
Do I, with that 18, do I know if it goes both ways, that teleportation?
You.
I was.
Yes, it probably does. Yeah.
I was actually gonna walk back
I
out.
was gonna
and
poke my head
get
back out.
Luminous.
It's my turn.
The instant part of you goes across the threshold, hey, Anja's back.
It's like, hey, it's okay. It's just another room. Everything's fine. Everybody's there. Do you want to come? And I'll hold out my hand for Lumi to take it to follow me.
And what's on the other side of the room? Please don't tell me any spiders.
No, I didn't see any spiders. Just us
Okay,
and some
okay.
chairs and a fireplace and tea and crumpets.
Tea and crumpets in this dusty place. It must be just like a little pile of like moss.
I mean, it's magic. You don't have to explain anything.
I hate magic.
Oh, it's not that bad. I tend to like it.
It's weird.
I mean,
It's
just
weird.
because something is weird doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's unique, and everything and everyone is unique in their own way, and it doesn't make it bad.
It's also namby-pamby. Okay, I turn Anja around and just push her through, and I just walk through.
And Anja comes ass over tea kettle again.
I am prepared this time, and I keep my footing.
Roll a dex save.
Okay.
Let's see if that's true.
Why is everyone pushing Anja?
Yeah! You see, Anja stick the landing.
I don't know. Paladins are so rough.
Does she move out of the way before I walk through?
That's a fair point. So it's like a double door on this side, and so you appear on the side that Anja isn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are now all in this like very luscious, luxurious sitting room.
I quickly look for it, see if there's any buckets.
Sure, there's a bucket.
This
This
is why I hate magic.
As you do that, the bucket, whoosh, all the like gunk goes away, and the bucket's clean again.
Nice.
I don't do well with teleportation.
So this is cool and all, but I feel as though there's a wizard we're here to meet. I say as I grab a snack of some manner.
Yeah, cucumber sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down next to Chatter in one of the chairs.
Yeah, and as you guys kind of get situated, welcome, party of 8.
Hi.
Bogmar party, your appointment has been noted. When you are ready, please follow the blue torches. And please, do not stray. Thank you.
I don't think this house has ever dealt with adventurers.
I mean, I'm just gonna point out, there's probably a really good reason the wizard doesn't want you to stray, and it might kill you.
Another reason
Real.
why I don't like magic.
Just
Are
saying.
we all in agreement then we don't follow the blue torches?
Yeah. I think I'm in
I
agreement.
think that's.
I
I think that's just.
Yeah, any blue torches?
I mean,
Not right now. You're in a sitting room.
Okay.
yeah.
And then also the voice comes back. Additionally, Bogmar, party, your appointment is late. Therefore, please wait while we clean up your appointment zone. Thank you, Benbound Manor.
Late.
How are we late? We didn't even have an appointment. Or maybe we did. Who knows?
What if our?
Have you been
was
here
in the
before,
past and
Alexander?
We really are late for it.
I don't think so. Have I been here before?
No.
Was it your father?
How about? I'm gonna walk back out the door
Mm-hmm.
and go down and find that golem again.
Yeah, just as a quick thing, down the hallway, like, so everything past your door, like down for the hallway is the same blue green, but then the torches down like back towards the entryway are blue. And yeah, you go find the golem still standing there with the book.
Write my father's name in the book. I don't remember if we ever
We didn't give him a name.
No, you just
said
make it
what
up.
his. Yeah, we didn't give him a name.
It's probably George.
I would have probably taken his last name. So, yeah, George Bogmar. There you go.
Okay. Welcome.
I write that in the book.
Welcome, George Bogmar.
Nothing about like returning or anything. Nothing about that.
No, it just seems like the same thing that it said to everyone.
Okay, just making sure. I go back up to the
You see
hallway.
also in the central room that the left door has a blue glow, like a blue torch appear on it.
He notes it and he walks back up and goes in the room. I was like, well,
Hey, Eric, can
mean-
you roll me like a investigation check?
well, I mean, they didn't know my father, so our father. They didn't know him, maybe, kind of. But that door, you said it was on the left?
Yeah.
Or the right? Yeah. The left door has a blue torch over it, and I'm more curious to go in that left door now in the bottom.
Oh no!
Oh, it's okay, Lumi. Just gives him like a comforting pat.
Eric, can you get me an investigation check real quick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
What the Xbox? Stop it. I don't want the disc.
Also,
Are you sure about that?
as you remember, like as it says George Bogmar, you remember seeing that name in the book. You don't remember where.
Hey, Anja, I think your supposed father may have been here sometime.
Oh, I mean, I'm not surprised.
I
He
forgot
was
to
a
look in
very,
the
very
book.
worldly man, from what I understand. He's still alive?
No.
Oh, he's not.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
When's the last time
You
you
guys
saw
met
him?
in his funeral.
About a year ago.
Oh no!
It's been a while. He might be alive. He might be dead.
Nobody told me this.
Out of game.
It's
he's
okay.
not dead.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay, Anja. That's just the way that life goes. Things die, and then they help new things grow. And he just pats her comfortingly.
I know, it's just that. Okay, so let's go. Well, we're heading that way anyway, so we'll just look inside the book one more time before we go into the door that we're supposed to go in.
Seems like a reasonable idea.
I'm a very reasonable person sometimes.
Wait, were we supposed to follow the blue torches or not supposed to follow the blue
Supposed to
torches?
follow the blue torches and not stray from them.
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go the opposite direction of the blue torches.
No.
Well, that's a player-defined thing.
No.
The voice said.
I think we should follow the blue torches. I mean, we're here to make sure that the wizard is okay and to recruit him. Like, I don't want to, like, make him, like, mad because then we're not doing our job, right?
And I'm curious about why my father was here. So I'm gonna go down to the room. I don't know if anyone's following,
Did
me,
you
but
say
I go
there
down
was-
to the room with the blue.
You said there was
torch.
tea in this seating
Yeah,
area?
there's tea and like finger food.
I'm gonna pick up like a cup of tea and take it through the teleporting door.
Yeah. It does not come with you.
Chatter
I'm gonna
starts
take
eating
the
some.
entire tray of snacks and try to bring them all with me.
They don't come like you
I'm
step
eating.
outside the room with an empty.
I look very upset on the other side and follow Alex.
I
Chatter
grab the
just starts
bucket.
eating a bunch of food because he's like sees that they're like just getting rid of it from there, testing it and see if he can leave them.
I grab
Wait,
the bucket
stop
and I go
that.
through.
Yeah, anything you bring out from the room, the waiting room, does not come with you.
So many
Okay.
snacks.
Okay, so as I do that, I just lean to the left of the door and just. Bleh.
And it cleaned up magically by itself.
I hate magic.
Don't you get your own kind of magic, though, from your god or your oath? Or
No. That's divine. That's divine essence. I call that. Not magic.
I think
That's
it's magic.
divine.
It's divine.
It's divine magic.
It's definitely magic.
It's not magic. It's divine.
It's definitely magic.
It's a miracle.
use
It's a divine miracle.
Mm.
I use the exact same kind of magic as you. I know it's magic.
Miracle.
Okay.
I think
Miracle it
magic
is.
I think magic can be different
Oh, it's
to
absolutely
everybody.
different,
It's a divine miracle gifted to me by
but it's
gods,
still magic.
by Pelor.
I'm gonna open the door.
Yeah. You open the door and you see a nice large spiral staircase with blue torches going down. It only goes down.
Before I
Why?
go,
Is
are we
there a
always
railing on it?
indoors?
Is there a railing on it? On
Um,
the spiral banister?
yes, it's very ornate.
Is it slidable?
Everything is technically slidable. Give me an acrobatics check.
This is just like my tree back at home.
I'd like to look at the book.
Oh no!
Okay.
Just like your tree back at home.
You take like 3 points of falling damage as you don't quite stick the landing, but you slide most of it down. You're pretty proud.
Whee. And the squirrels will also go down.
Yeah.
Their climbing speed. Oh, can I use my luck point to re-roll that and not take damage?
Sure. Yeah. Do it.
Hey!
All right. No falling damage. Easy.
Yay! It's just clumsy. I don't have that many hit points.
All right. So, are you all going down this spiral staircase?
I'm gonna go after Chatter and make sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to look at the book
okay.
before I
Okay,
did that.
yeah. So, if you're just looking through, yeah, you see the name George Bagmar. Once, like a year and a half ago, and then like every month for like 6 more months, and after a year, nothing.
So he was one of the last guests that were here.
One of the last ones, yeah.
Okay.
Welp.
You might have.
Mystery intensifies.
Alexander's looking over her shoulder the whole time too, while I'm finding that out.
Well, when's the last time that you saw him? I mean, I saw him
About a year
yeah,
ago.
I saw him at my mom's funeral, which was about that time. So, yeah.
So this was what 6 months? How many months ago was this? The
So-
last time he was here?
First visit was a year and a half ago, and the last visit was a year ago. So basically, he apparently showed up a year and a half ago, and then for every month met with this person, and then stopped.
And just disappeared a year ago.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Are there any? Yeah, there were other appointments after him.
Yeah, a few.
Okay.
I'm going to hand the book back to the construct, and I'm going to bow politely and thank it before going through the spiral staircase.
It bows back.
Thank you so much.
Question, Metal Man. What's the name of the wizard? The name of the manor. The name
I
of
would
the guy who
assume
owns the
Wizard
manor.
Benbaum.
Yeah, I just want to see if it'll answer. I'm more interested if it'll react.
It extends the book to you and tilts its head.
So not sentient, but close enough. Just writes just writes down never mind, he doesn't write down anything. He was going to write down something, but I forgot what I was going to write down. He just goes down the stairs.
Cool. Yeah.
He didn't like show me like something in the book, right? He was just holding the
No,
book
just
out.
holding out the book.
Okay.
Whatever page Andra left it on.
He's the holder of the book.
He literally, like the robot from Rick and Morty. It's like, I pass butter. Like, what else?
What is my purpose?
You pass butter. Like, it's just he holds the book. All right. So, yeah. As you guys get to the bottom of the staircase, you see at the bottom there's kind of similar to the large room. There's a large double door that doesn't look like it's fancy. It looks a lot more practical. You see it's made out of metal, and anyone who wants to make me a nature check if they want to can learn more about this door. Yeah. Oh, Era, there's some like adamantine laced in this door. Andra sees it too. Like, this is heavily reinforced. Like, if something were to explode or happen, this door is going to stand the test of time. And then there's also two more like wooden doors just like upstairs in the ground floor. And the, we'll say, right one has a blue torch.
That's a real heavy-duty door there.
Yeah, it's...
Knock on the door.
Just want to ask, this door I'm at, the one with the blue torch, is that a teleportation door as well? Or is it just going to a staircase?
I mean, if you open it, do you open it to find out, or are you just trying to figure out?
He means the one that's like in the entrance to the left. Like, does that teleport us to the spiral stairs? Or does it like?
Yeah, the blue torch.
Which one? Yeah, I mean, unless you open it, I don't know if you can tell. It just looks like a door with a blue torch.
Original one we walked up with the spiral stairs.
Like the door we walked to go down the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't teleport. You just walked down a staircase.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because I assume so this door I'm at hasn't been opened yet.
No.
Oh right.
So okay, sorry. One sec. So on the ground floor, there was the spiral staircase and left and right door. The left one had blue torch. That door, the left door, has been opened, and it's just a normal door.
Yeah, he's talking about the one downstairs. I think we all got confused.
Gone down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then downstairs, there's the two doors, one of which has a blue torch, and then the giant adamantine door, none of which have been
the
opened.
blue torch one.
Yes.
No one's opened that one yet.
No one's opened.
Okay, I opened it.
Are there any pulls or locks on the adamantine door?
It looks like seamless. There's no anything really. You open the downstairs blue torch door, Luminos?
Yep.
Looks to be just a standard hallway.
Please don't be
I'm gonna
teleport. Please don't be teleport. Please don't be teleport. And I walk through.
To push the adamantium door open. Adamantine, not adamantium. That's a different universe entirely.
We're going this way. Come on, we can
You
look at
push
the
it.
door later.
It's pushed, but it's not opening.
Just follow Luminous.
I think we just follow
Luminos,
the blue torch road.
As you open up and walk into the hallway, you see there's this is a similar hallway to upstairs, but this one where everything was like wooden and with carpet, this is like stone and a lot less like it's not showing off, right? This is pretty practical. There's only 6 doors, and
Would you describe it as dungeon-like?
Some might consider it, but it's still nice. Like, it's well lit with all these torches, and it's not like cold and damp. There's like a pervading like nice ambient temperature, and there's no like ominous sounds coming from anywhere. In fact, there's probably like a bit of like elevator music like playing in the background like at all times. Just
More
like very
ominous
nice.
than actual ominous sound.
And you see on the left side, the third door is lit with a blue torch.
Are all of the other doors locked?
If you try them, they appear to be.
I wonder how difficult it would be to open an adamantite door with force.
You
With
can certainly
force?
try.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out, I guess.
Okay, I'm not gonna try because I'm not. But okay.
I mean, I can try to open it if you want.
I really don't think so, guys. I don't think it's a good idea. We should just.
I'd like to watch Alex try.
Can I like investigate the door to determine how hard that would be, just out of like general knowledge curiosity? Okay, I presume you said sure. I think I'm muted.
I have I don't know if it matters, but I have powerful build, so I have the strength to push and pull things as a size larger than myself if it comes to it.
Yeah. So Ellen, presuming there's nothing magical stopping, with like considerable effort. I mean, like it's heavy, but it's not like you need a giant to open it heavy. So as long as there's nothing magically stopping you from opening this door, if two of you work together, it shouldn't be hard.
Okay.
Well, I can help.
Alexander will walk over to the door on the opposite side of Chatter, I guess, and yeah, just gesture at the door.
I didn't tell anyone that information. I'm just gonna follow Era after I've
Well,
investigated.
Era said he wanted to see me open the door.
Oh, did he?
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Well, and then I tell them that information.
Oh, really? Oh, shucks. Is my reckon there's no way they could open it.
Lumi, I think they're gonna try and open that other door. It's a really bad idea, so maybe we should just be ready and I'm gonna get behind them.
I'm pretty sure I'm not there.
Oh.
We're only gonna take a look. We're not
I
gonna
like
break
yelled
anything,
out,
right,
was it
guys?
teleport
Right?
to that door that Lumi went through?
Wait, so you went through the blue torch door?
Yeah.
And the hall. Oh, okay. So yeah, you actually don't teleport. You just walk into a small little like antechamber, and then what appears to be like almost like an office. So stone floor, like bookcases and bookshelves, and then a like large stone desk with a bunch of papers scattered about, and like 8 chairs arranged around like in like a meeting style. And you see there is a like another small door on the back of the room, and you see the voice comes up and says, "Please wait for the Ben Bound associate to meet with you."
Is there also a stone stapler?
No.
No, still pens. No.
Oh, stone pens for sure.
Well, while I'm waiting for everyone, I'm gonna read, see if there's anything written on any paper and everything, just fiddle through it.
Yeah, go and make an investigation check. Meanwhile, what's everyone else? Are people trying to open the door?
Yeah. I mean,
I have to go.
if Chatter helps me.
I'm informing Lumi that, oh god, they're opening the door. Like, I went after Luminous.
It can't hurt just to peek at what's inside, right?
Absolutely, Chatter.
That's
You're
what we should do.
Good and smart and clever and strong. And I'm going to gently touch him on the shoulder and give him bardic inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
So, Lumos, you see, I mean, you don't cast arcane spells, so it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo to you, to be honest. It seems like a lot of wizard shit, to put it mildly.
Bumbo.
It's actually the wizard version of Golf Digest.
Maybe. You can't tell.
Hocus
Although,
pocus.
as you're like saying that, you get to like some of the deeper papers, like some of the earlier papers, and there's some information about like raise dead type spells, like revivify and raise dead and reincarnate, which is like stuff you know about. I mean, like that's not wizard shit. That's like one of the few things that isn't wizard shit.
Right, I'll just quickly skim through and just make sure they're kosher. Make sure that they're in order with the god or not.
Yeah, I mean,
if it's necromancy, I'm just like.
So it's not necromancy. Like you don't see any indication that these are like trying to turn into like zombies and stuff. But it's like all about like raising someone back from the dead to be themselves.
Well, if by reading the actual quotations and all that of the spell, the readout of the spell, I'm just going to determine if it's, not chaotic or evil or anything. Just as I say, not necromantic. As long as it's kosher with the
So what it looks like like information that a cleric would give another cleric to like help them revive people with like more wizard shit scrawled in the margins.
Okay.
So it's like Dummy's Guide to Reviving People.
Okay.
Wizard with wizard notes.
Okay, I just
Go ahead. Yeah, put that in your inventory. So meanwhile, are we opening the door?
Yeah.
We're certainly trying.
All right. Both of you make an athletics check. I'm gonna lower the DC slightly because of powerful build in my head. Oof.
Also, Chatter has yield bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a 23.
Yeah. So and then Chatter also.
All right. So just a regular athletics roll or
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to use your inspiration, you can.
cool. And that's a D6, right?
Yeah.
I get a +4 on top of that. There's only a 10. Yeah, I'll roll I'll use the bardic inspiration.
All right.
Oh my god.
Luckily, that's plenty to open this door. You push and it.
Thanks anyway.
So like you push and it like resists until it like hits a certain point and then it just whoosh, like completely like sets itself to the open position. And you see a large.
We did it.
A large room before you.
Great work, guys. Well done.
Where am I? There. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So you see another large room, similarly mostly stone, with books everywhere, just like a library of shit with more doors. So there's like 2 more doors on the immediate wall, and then you see a large like spiral staircase that seems to go up, like in between the like there's basically a spiral staircase made out of bookshelves, like going up.
Is there no end to the doors?
I pick up the closest book and start reading.
It's like it's a academic paper on the merits and downfalls of the counterspell spell. I don't know, like it's a bunch of like magical information.
Only a wizard would need an adamantine door to protect his library.
And there's no blue torches in this room.
Is there any light?
There is like a bit of ambient light just coming from the ceiling, so like enough where you're not blind, but not a ton. Like,
I'm going to cast light on the book I'm holding and put it down on the table, and then I don't know, investigate the room. I can't investigate all the books for like knowledge, can I? I guess
there's like hundreds of years of reading in this room.
Is there like? I guess I'm going to walk around the room and see if there's like anything that depicts if they've been sectioned off in any way, or if there is like a particularly pristine looking set of books or a nice set of books, maybe.
I'm not going to make you roll for it. It looks like at one point, yes, you see labels on these like different bookshelves, but you see it just scattered like not in a this place got roughed up way, in a somebody very like messy ran this place way. Like there's just like books out with notes and books put where they obviously don't belong, and just like somebody just did not take good care of this place.
I'm gonna find a book. I'm gonna try to find a book that is actually a secret entrance, because it'd be just like a wizard to have one of those.
Yeah.
Maybe they're taking a really time. Should we go check on them?
You find you pull
no,
a book.
no, they're
and it
fine.
doesn't
They're
come out,
fine.
You pull, and it was just like a bookend. Like it was just a book that looks like a book, so it's just like a fake book.
No secret entrances.
So Chatter's just going to frown because he doesn't know how to read, so he's just gonna like look around and leave and go find Luminous and Anja.
Yeah.
I'm just like standing at the correct
Luminous.
door entrance, like looking incredibly anxious. Chatter, are you okay?
Yeah, I just found a bunch of books.
Wait, what?
Just a bunch of books.
Like a library?
Yeah, like a bunch of books.
Is it? I'm gonna go check. Make sure everyone
Okay.
is okay.
Yeah, they're just reading.
Yeah. Alexander is looking for books on religions, and
Make an investigation check.
specifically his god.
Mhm.
That is the wrong Chrome browser. Investigation.
Buddhist.
Oh, fantastic. Wonderful.
Yeah. You think you found it, and you realize it's actually just some smut.
He pockets it anyway. He's fine
Yeah.
with this.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna look for,
like wide-eyed. Oh my god.
Yeah. And here's the thing. The first thing you see is Alexander reading something that's obviously smut.
I'm gonna look for
Private.
any information on the Gith and anything about like spells or magic.
Make an investigation check.
While I'm in the room, since I've just finished looking through all the paperwork, I thought I'd go check the door at the back.
Is there any way I
yeah,
can?
It appears to be locked.
Is there any way I can like increase my chances, or if I like take longer doing this, like spend a long time?
I mean, the reason I'm having you roll is because it's so disorganized. Like,
That's
if
fine.
you had years, yeah, you could like 100% always find it. But just like spending, like, if you spend more time, you'll have a much better chance, and like the DC will keep being lower and stuff. But like the first 10 minutes or so, like however long, people will let you just move through books. Like, you find lots of interesting books, but nothing like about what you want.
Anja is very, very much just like going from shelf to shelf and looking to see if anything looks like a spell book.
Okay. Investigation.
I think like only because this is kind of part of Alan's characters that he's
Yeah.
easily distracted by stuff. He would probably try to convince the party to just let him sit in this room until the rest of them had finished with whatever they're doing.
So Anja, you find lots of books about spells, but no spell books.
Okay. So,
Which you do think probably fits because most wizards are pretty protective of them. So you find like books about spells, like so many books about spells, but no spell book.
is there anything that can be written down into my spell book?
Yeah, I'll say you find a few books that if you have then spend the money on the paper and ink, you could turn into books in your spell book, spells in your spell book. So roll me 2d6.
And while that's happening, Alexander's going to take another look for a book on his god or mythology related to his god.
Sounds good. So Anja, you find a do you have Unseen Servant already?
I do not.
Okay, so you find one book that has Unseen Servant in it, and another that has we'll say Liamon's Tiny Hut in it.
That's a good spell.
These are good
Nice.
spells.
So they're not spell scrolls, so you
Yeah.
can't use them to just like cast it,
Yeah.
but if you spend the money and time, then you can put it in your spell
Okay.
book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
That was a 16 on my investigation, by the way.
I think with the 16 you figure out there's not really anything about gods. You do find a few books that are like, so you spend a lot of time in the books and then you like let's look at like what it looks like it had been used recently, and you find a lot on resurrection spells. So you find like 2 books that are about like divine resurrecting spells.
He'll put those
That's
books in
closest
his
you find.
he'll put those books in his backpack. Anything mentioning divine magic or anything along those lines, he
Sounds good.
pockets.
So yeah, write down like 2 resurrection books in your inventory.
Okay.
As I'm
And then he's gonna leave at that
yeah,
point.
as I'm
by the
finished
way.
writing, some like writing in my book, like copying, like very furiously. I mean, like, oh, we left Luminous in Chatter. We should probably go.
I'm currently at the moment trying to break down the door.
Okay.
I'd like to walk
Chatter
up
is
and
going
see
to
what's
help
on the
him
second
with the
floor.
door.
I'll be just a minute, and I pick up another book.
And what was that, Era? What do you want to be doing?
I'd like to see what's on the second floor.
Okay. So you start going up the staircase. We'll come back to you in just a sec. We'll go back to the other room. Can I get you both to roll me athletics checks?
Hopefully,
Or
this
actually,
one-
since it's only a 1 wide door, Luminos do with advantage. Just Cheddar helps you, I think, since it's only if, like 1 person wide. Yeah. Yeah. With the 22, you are like shoving, and you feel like obviously like this is a stone door, like it's not gonna be that easy to push over, but you also feel a bit of like unnatural resistance. But eventually you bam and slam it open, and there appears to just be nothing. Like just a blackness.
Oh, come on.
Oh, did you not load the texture?
Not teleport again.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to go through here? I don't want to.
Has Alexander reached that by
Yeah.
now?
So Alexander and Anja are there now.
Yeah, he goes through the door without hesitation. Yeah.
Okay. So now
Good
we're
luck to you, sir.
switch back to Era. So Era, you go up the staircase and come into what appears to be some sort of laboratory. We'll say. So what there appears to be the main thing that stands out to you in this room is 2 very large capsules of some kind. They look to be large, like urns made entirely out of obsidian. They look like they could probably hold like a person each or something. They're that large, just like sitting in the corner, in like the back corner of this room. And there's just like more books, more notes, and just a bunch more shit all around them. But also, so they're in this back part of the room, and there's also like this very visible arcane series of glyphs, like creating a border around them. To the point where you, being like slightly in tune with arcane energy, can almost see the like shimmering enchantment, like creating almost a barrier, like not a physical one, but like just like a shining of arcane magic, like splitting this laboratory in half.
Can I look to see what's inside of the vessels?
Not without passing the line. Do you want to pass over the line?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So you step over the line, and I need you to make me a dex save.
Oh, okay.
And we'll come back to that dex save in a second. So
Oh, God.
Alexander, as you step through the door, Alexander disappears. And Alexander, you reappear in a room, just like in the center of a circular room that just has so many doors. Like it's just a bunch of doors. That's it. And you see, I will say, there is one that has a blue torch on it, but is just a room of doors, just like back to back. But that's not how that works.
Back.
But to back.
Yeah. Look backwards towards the door he came in.
Like here's the thing: you didn't step out of a door. You are now in the middle of the circle room.
Oh.
And then there's a bunch of doors, one with a blue torch.
Go to the blue torch door and open it and walk through.
You reappear in the office.
Cool. He goes back through the door again.
You reappear in this room of doors.
He's gonna sit and start counting doors. And
Okay.
He just waits. He's
Do
trying to
you,
figure
do you
out how
need to
many
take
doors.
your shoes off to count?
There's dozens of doors.
How big is this room?
It's pretty. It's like pretty big. It's like probably at least a 30-foot like radius or so room.
I'm gonna.
He's
Go
gonna
ahead.
go through the door, grab Anja and pull her through the door.
Oh
Does
man!
Anja like this?
It's just physically thrown around this whole session. I'm like,
Does Anja like resist being pulled through, or
nope,
is she just pulled
just
through?
lets it
Okay.
happen.
You're in the middle.
Oh,
So Era, you step over this barrier, and the floor on the line disappears, and you fall down into this like strange gelatinous vat. And you don't feel like you've taken any damage. You're just like basically suspended in what feels like jello. You're like a bit restrained, not like the condition, right? You don't have like the effects of being restrained, but like you just feel a bit confined, and you feel this like strange substance just like coating you and like just pervading you and like seeping into your pores a bit.
Oh, this is gross. Let's just fly out of this.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
How's it going up there, Era?
You can't hear him. Yeah, and you just like pull yourself out and back over back on the other side from the vessels.
So can I look into
And-
the vessels?
No, you're on the wrong side of like if you like you see the like there's this like weird vat, and it like slants so that you can't really like climb up like to that side. And then you see the floor kind of like seal back up, but you're still kind of covered in this like ooze stuff.
I'm going to taste it.
Okay.
What does it taste like?
It has a kind of like acrid, strange taste, but it doesn't like do anything to you. Like it just kind of like as if you just like ate a piece of charcoal or something.
Right. I'm gonna need a shower after this.
Yeah, very much so.
So I'd like to fly over the
Mhm.
gelatinous pit trap.
You do that. You feel the ooze as you like fly over and like fall in, start to like tingle a bit, but nothing else seems to happen.
Hey then. I look in the mysterious obsidian vessels full of, I assume, some sort of eldritch abomination.
So there's one on your left, one on your right. Which one do you want to do?
The left.
Okay. And we'll get back to that. So Alexander and Andrea, what are you doing?
Cut.
Ooh, I see. Wait, how did you get through? How did you get back into the office if we ended up in the middle?
Blue torch.
Okay, and there's a whole bunch of torches. Can I do like
There's no other lit torches, but only one door has a torch on
only
it.
one door has the torch?
Mhm.
Can I
Lit.
maybe make some kind of conclusion? Maybe like with an Arcana check. Like her magical insight is just like maybe we all have
Go
to
make
go
an
through
Arcana
this
check.
door.
Make an Arcana check.
I have so many windows open.
Yeah.
It's like, where is my character sheet? There it is.
Also,
And I'll
just
get back to you, Ellen, in a sec.
I was just thinking about like the ooze. It's like
Mhm.
that when you pull the fire alarm and it coats you in the ink. Is that what happened? Like,
Yeah, it's actually just like when you try, like if you tried to steal like a pair of jeans from a like department store, it just. So actually, with that Arcana check, you actually don't think that you all have to go through. I think what you kind of at least think is that all of these doors probably go to a different room that has teleportation with it, right? So this probably seems like a central hub that if you knew your way around would just like lead you wherever you want to go in this mansion.
Okay, so the
Walking
door that we
sucker.
were pulled through to get into this middle had a blue torch on it, right? Okay, and
Or no, to get to the middle, no, it did not have a blue
not
torch.
have a blue torch. And
No.
but going through had with the blue torch brought us back to the office that
Yes.
we're in. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna look at Alexander and it's like, so that brought you back to the office, right? Well, it's probably because we're not supposed to be here.
Well, that's the fun part, isn't it? And he'll walk over to a random door and open
Okay.
it and walk through.
Roll me like a d20. Just a straight d20.
It's no fun if you can't do the fun stuff. Roll. Yes, that is correct.
You arrive directly in the obsidian urn I'm looking in.
3.
So we'll come back to where you come from. Elend, you're in this giant library. What are you doing?
So I guess I'm still trying to find any books on Gith Yankee. But like, I feel like I pick up a book and then look around, look for other books, and I pick up one book and I'm like, I'm just gonna try one of these doors. So I try the top door first.
Okay. It appears locked, but I mean that hasn't stopped y'all before.
I try the bottom door.
It's also locked.
Does he hear me like yell slightly at falling into the trap?
Make a perception check, Ellen, but I'm guessing probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna say no because like you were all the way up the staircase and like it's mostly stone down here. So
can I try searching for stuff on the Gith Yankee?
Yeah, you can go again. So make another investigation check.
And then I think if I fail this time, I will go up and see what area it is.
Sounds good.
Or pass or fail, whatever.
Oh, yeah. You find a book labeled Githyanki and their astral transport.
Okay. That sounds super useful.
So you find that. So are you going to like start reading it or are you going to go upstairs?
I think I'll be like, okay, I finally found something useful. I'll put it in my pack and I'll go up like calling for Era.
Perfect. So as you walk up, you get to see Era as he looks into this urn. And what you see is, so it's a like fetal position human man, like just sitting there, like looking unconscious. But also you see patches of his skin, like he's just nude and just like this weird ichor. It's like maybe at one point clear, but now it has this like sulfurous smell and this black tint. And you see patches of this man's skin have this like red, scaly, like leathery, like just coverings, like as if like patchy, as if like only parts of this person have turned into something else. And you see like there's this one like horn type thing coming from their head, and you see just like the hair that this person might have had is like partially gone and like reddish and just like a twisted version of a person, and it's just like there in this urn.
Gross. What's in the other one?
And Ellen, you see Era like staring into this urn. And the other urn this looks like the same person, right? But whereas that one had this like red leathery scale and the like ooze kind of like jelly stuff it's suspended in was brackish. This one is still clear and actually has like a like kind of a nice smell. You can't place it anywhere, but it's strange and foreign. And but it has like this strange like bluish green abrasions all over its skin, and you can see like these awkward, it almost looks like they have too many bones in their back that create two like large lumps on it, and just like a different kind of malformed creature. And Alexander, you appear in a room, you're not sure where it is in this house. And so basically it's a we'll call it 20 by 20 room. And you see, again, the pervading like notes and random like just stuff, and you see you've stepped out of a stone door that looks identical to the one that like was in the office in the giant room of doors and is now in this room. And you see chained up are two large, about like I'd say 7 foot tall figures, like chained by the arms, legs, and torso. And they look like if you took a person and extended them out upwards and outwards. So the left one has like bull's horns and like some fur splotches, and the other one has like this elongated like mouth with large reptilian like teeth, and these and like you see it like blink, and it blinks sideways, and they both struggle against their chains to like probably try and kill you. And you see there's the door you walked through, and then there's another door like to the south of you or so.
Alexander's just gonna get this big, like, creepy smile on his face.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna walk back through the door he came through,
Mm-hmm.
and
Anja.
Oh God.
he's gonna pull out a piece of paper. He has like books in his bag.
Yeah.
He pulls out a piece of paper, makes a notch for every single one of the doors, and crosses that one off.
What?
Crosses the door he came off.
What's in there?
Okay.
Nothing we need to worry about yet. Just we're not in the place we thought we were.
Okay.
And then we're gonna come to Luminos and Chatter. What are y'all doing in this office?
Well, I don't want to go through that door.
Nothing wrong with these.
You two are
doors.
just chilling in there. Let me know, but wanted to give you a chance.
They said that the associate was coming here, right?
Yes. Apparently, the associate will be here soon.
Well,
I'm
maybe
gonna
we
guess
should-
not.
Well, maybe though. And Chatter's going to sit down in the chair and just like wait patiently.
The two lawful people in the playful chaotic.
Yeah.
We're just going to wait for our appointment.
We don't want to be late like we were for the last one.
Well, I'm trying to do so because I'm thinking at this point in time, there's nothing left in my stomach.
Well, yeah. What are you gonna do, Luminos?
I'm like, I know I want to look. At the same time, I don't want to go through. I'm like,
Fair,
I'm like,
fair.
I'm like Geralt with the teleporters. I don't do well.
Right. So you're just
God
gonna
damn
chill?
namby-pamby magic.
At this point, Alexander will come through that door and tell them to come in.
Okay.
Just kind of like pop through. Be like, I have found something interesting.
No. I don't want to.
Alexander will hold up those books on the revivification and such and be like, I have a prize for you if you do. And then he's going to disappear back through the door.
What's that? What's that? What's that? And I go.
You barely saw like something that had looked somewhat
He
divine.
piqued my interest, and I was like,
Yeah.
I just what's that? What's that? Ah!
Yeah.
And I just
Crab
and I
ball.
come through and just clap somebody's. Whoa! I'm just retching because there's nothing to puke up.
Yeah.
You're going to love this room, Luminos.
I look around and my face just.
Yeah. And then Chatter, are you just gonna stay sitting?
I mean, I guess if he's just going to sit there and sort of just be very uncertain on what to do, and they said to wait here, but I don't want to wait by myself. And he'll get up and go out after Luminous.
Okay, so you are all in the room of doors. Now we're gonna come back to the weird pottery room. One thing I did forget: there is another stone door, like the one in the office, like on the opposite to the spiral staircase. But yeah, so what are you guys doing? So Era, you're still standing there. Huh? Say again.
Can you just
Can I-
describe the room once more? Like what's in
Yeah,
it?
so it's just like a laboratory like looking place. So there's lots of books and like some magical apparatus. And then there's the like on like most of the half with the spiral staircase and the stone door, and then the like far side there's the like large arcane barrier type looking thing with the large pots or urns type.
Can I tell if the creatures inside of the urns are alive?
Just by looking at it, they don't look like they're necessarily breathing, but also they're like suspended in what not entirely liquid substance, not entirely solid substance. So
I'm gonna take one of my arrows and poke one of them through the
which one?
Gelatin.
Which one? The left or the right one?
The right one. He seems friendlier.
Cool. So the instant your arrow touches it, the ooze on you flares, and it not painfully, and then the pit kind of opens up again, and a entirely goo era appears, and you two are gonna roll it. I guess we'll all roll initiative, but only two of you are gonna know fighting's going on.
Yeah, I think we all have to refresh roll 20 though.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
So we'll do a quick refresh break.
Yeah, mine's. I've done it a few times.
Oh, yeah.
No worries.
It's having its issues.
It's daily issues.
Did you say an ooze version of Era?
Mm-hmm. So
Oh,
it looks like entirely like Era, but just
ooze.
made out of ooze.
Ooza.
Oh no, it looks like it's having. It's
Oozra.
definitely having a hiccup. Roll 20.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mine's not reloading.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
stuck at 0.
Yeah, mine neither. Oh dear.
And
We
open
should
it.
refreshed.
This is a good
Yeah.
good time for me to thank German Side for that $4.20 reward
Woo.
donation. We'll see what he would like to claim with that as soon as.
I think I'm going to need the help in a moment.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all split the party. I didn't do any of that, so.
Oh,
I found doors.
They chose to wander off.
You
Don't
found
worry,
all the
Era.
doors.
You've got high-speed flight. I'm the one in trouble.
Thank you for completing that donation, German.
This isn't like a 40-foot tall room, I think. How
Yeah,
tall
but you
is
can just like hover like a foot off the
It's-
ground and then
Yeah,
fly.
it's like a 10-foot ceiling. Not high.
Yeah, but the thing is, the slime is directly in between me and the exit.
And also, depending on how accurate a copy, it also can fly.
That is also true. Oh wow. Yeah, Roll20 is really not liking this.
Yeah. So I mean, I can still mostly do this. We'll pause on the combat and go back to Door McDoorface.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Party.
dice.
So, Yeah. So y'all are
Mhm.
standing in a giant room with nothing but doors.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at Alex and be like, should we go find everyone else, or do you want to just keep going through
Doors.
I mean, like, I don't know if it's just
Note
the
to
two
self,
of us.
never let this party
gonna
go to
be
cigarette.
safe. Thank you, Ember, for that sub. Who are you not wanting in that
Yeah.
20?
I'm giving the GM a nat 20 because I feel like that could be fun.
Legit.
Oh.
All right.
Oh God.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Wow.
Hey, and I promise I probably won't use it against you.
Probably.
I'm not. I'm just kidding. I probably will.
Yeah. Go ahead, use it
Yes,
against me.
Using it, yeah, I was about to say.
I'm totally okay with this.
All right. Fun. Thank you.
So, speaking of,
Roll
German
40.
says that the slime doesn't want to fight but aggressively hug people.
Okay.
Is there a difference?
In their
I
belly.
was about to say there's not much of a difference there.
Aggressively hug them in their belly.
If you just
Okay,
look at chat,
I've got it.
yeah.
I you know what, German? I'm gonna keep what you want, and also keep it what the slime was made for.
Okay.
I think we can make this work.
Okay.
Perfect.
Apparently, I got gifted a sub just now.
Congrats.
Cool.
Hey.
I don't know where to.
Let's see if it
Also,
works.
German, what do you want the slime to call itself? Because that's also something you can determine. So that's fun. Not that it can necessarily talk. You know what? No, because you're naming it. If you want to name it, it can talk now. It normally wouldn't be able to, but this one will talk. But anyway, door squad, Kiki. All right, you got it. Door squad, what's going on?
I'm checking the door directly across from the door I went in. So I look, yeah, on my little map that I've just drawn out for myself.
Yeah.
The door I just went in.
Sure. Yeah,
directly
you
across.
appear in what looks to be like a similar sitting room, except the fireplace, like that you guys were upstairs, but it's unlit and there's no snacks.
Boring.
And you see that like you step in and you don't step out of the large double door. You see this like this is basically a secret door, like it's blended into the wall. Now that you know where it is, you can open it, but it was just like hidden there.
Go back into the circle of door room, and the door right next to that door to the left.
Yeah.
Is that also another
sitting room?
Okay. Go 4 doors down to the left.
Yeah. Why don't you? Do you have just like a D20 on you?
Maybe.
Well, here I know. No, this is just a straight roll. So I just
yes, I do
on door squad. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So just a straight roll here.
Possibly. There we go. 11.
11. Yeah. You appear in what appears to be a large kitchen, and you see it's just got a bunch of like stoves and different random kitchen things, and you see like dozens of pieces of cooking utensil all stand at attention with little legs and arms.
Make a sandwich. I'll be back. And I leave.
And they just like furiously start going into work.
Sandwich. I come back. I barely even finish the sentence before I'm already out of the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Luminos, there's a sandwich in that door for you. And I go to a different door.
I'll pass on the sandwich. Thank you. Okay, it's gone.
Yeah, roll another D20.
He's found his calling. He is a door opener. 14.
I believe they call those a doorman.
Doorman.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, I think you can kind of figure out like Alexander's able to mark off like a lot of these doors go into like different meeting rooms.
Yeah. He marks those all off and he ignores them.
Yeah. So 14, you step into a bedroom, like looks to be a large like master bedroom. Like a large bed and nice carpet and wardrobe, etc.
He's gonna go back out the door, grab Anja, and just essentially abduct her into the room.
Okay. Is Chatter gonna follow on any of these door escapades, or is Chatter just chilling with Lumi?
Chatter's just gonna stay with Lumi. He's just sort of looking bewildered between everything that's happening, and I don't ever want to use another door again.
I'm sorry, I will be right back.
Oh, I was about to ask, how does he like start? Like, does he grab her by the arm? Does he like whoosh her away? Like,
I imagine it's very much just like a whoa yank.
Like
kind of
very much like hand out of black, grab her in.
okay.
Kind of like haunted house-esque, just suddenly gone.
Oh my.
Yeah, I will be right back.
I feel like how Lumi does right now. I'm a little dizzy. Vertigo.
Because of German's creative input, I think this combat is going to be a lot simpler for us. So you see the slime version of Era, like whoosh appear, and in this like warbly kind of strange voice, my name's Kiki. Come with me. and is gonna dive towards Ellen and like just try and like hug. Like
Not exactly what I expected, but sure.
Does it speak in common?
It's common, but it's like this weird like warbly tone, as if literal like Jello is speaking. And it just like embraces you, Ellen.
I let it do
Okay.
that.
And so, other than Kiki appearing, Era, nothing else seemed to happen when you stuck your arrow, just like the tip in it, into the ooze.
Does Kiki appear to be hurting Ellen?
No, it just appears like, I mean, he's kind of covered in some gunk, but it's just like hugging him.
Okay. Next plan of action. I'm going to reach my hand into the jar
Okay.
and see what happens.
Like just stick it in, or like grab at the person, or what?
Trying to grab at the person.
Yeah, I mean, you reach in and you like touch them, and they feel cold like a dead or inert body would. And now your hand is covered in this like weird stuff.
I'm really gonna need a shower. I'm gonna try to get behind the large jar and push
Sure.
it over.
Okay. You like shove it over.
Athletics, but
No, I mean it's
Roll
not
funny.
that heavy anyway. You shove it over and it like shatters much more violently than it should. Like just almost disintegrates to the point almost. And the ooze kind of spreads out around and the body just like lays there inert, but then just like slowly, but not slowly, quicker than a normal body would, but just starts to decay before your eyes. Like just
really gross.
now that you can like see it not just through the ooze, why don't you make me like a perception check? Ellen, you're being hugged by Kiki. I don't know.
Is it-
Wait, it's working.
Like, just
Yeah,
I just want to quick
back.
check. Like, can I like still breathe and everything?
Yeah, no, it's just a hug.
It's not like
although
consuming me. It's just like holding me as if it's a person almost.
yeah, and in fact, Kiki's gonna start like twirling you into the air and like going like that.
Okay, great.
By the way, Rob, I asked this earlier in the chat, but you didn't.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Were the creatures that I saw human, like a base human, or were they creature? Like, could they have started off human?
Tell, but I don't know.
Like, metagame, are they the same things that were coming from the obsidian pots? Is basically-
Metagame, no, they're definitely not.
Okay.
They look a lot like I'll say the pot metagame. The pot things look a lot more like a modified, like a human that stuff happened to, and the other ones look like probably monstrosities, like
Okay.
in game.
Yeah, that way I get a bit of a better idea in my head of what's going on.
Yeah. So then, is it only working for me, or is everyone able to see?
I got it.
Okay. So yeah, Era, give me a perception.
My character sheet isn't loading.
Oh, okay. No worries. We'll get there. Well then, we'll switch forward to the door squad. Did you go through? You went through another door now.
I
right?
I dragged Anja into the bedroom.
Okay, so you two are now in a
thing.
bedroom.
Oh, does it look like it's used?
No, it looks very clean and tidy.
Oh, wow, how fancy!
But
is
there
it?
there also are, again, lots of notes and books strewn about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of.
You can use this one, and Alexander disappears through the door again.
I'm just alone in the bedroom.
I'm gonna look at the books and the notes if that's
Okay.
dope.
Yeah, it looks to be a lot of like there is a lot of like history and stuff that doesn't seem quite linked, but there's also a good amount about the Gith and what like a lot of like as much as you can find about like Gith history.
Oh, Ellen, I think, was looking for
Or
some of these.
Githstory.
And I take a moment as I'm looking at this book and I think for a second about how wrong it would be to steal it, but if I just borrow it and bring it back, then it's fine.
Is it stealing if you take it out of the house?
Yeah, if I just borrow it to show Ellen and then bring it back, and she's just saying all of this out loud. If I just borrow it and bring it back so Ellen can see it, maybe he can memorize it, because I think he's really good at this stuff. I'm just going to put it back in my bag, and I will bring it back.
I just put that together, by the way, the Kiki loves me thing. Do you love me thing?
Anyways,
That
is there
just
anything
occurred.
else of note in this room?
You can make an investigation check, but we'll come back to Kiki. So Kiki is like flying you around and to Ellen, and are you like resisting this like flying hug in any way?
Does it feel aggressive in any way, or like,
Definitely not.
does it feel majestic and joyous like a dance?
It probably feels pretty majestic and joyous. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just annoyed I'm covered in ooze, but I'm enjoying what's happening.
Yeah. Also, Arrow, with that perception check, I'm just gonna say you don't really see anything odd. And then Kiki is going to like start going back towards like the other side of the room with the pots during this, and is gonna be like, "Let me show you how this works," and it's gonna like start bringing you down towards the like ooze. Like, yay!
I'm going to like, so what? Like the trap in the floor now?
Like, so yeah, that pit is open, and that's where Kiki came from. You see, there's like a little bit less ooze.
What do I see in there? Like, what does it look like?
Just, I mean, there's like obviously like arcane glyphs on the bottom of it and like around it, but it just looks like some weird jello shit.
Do
I'm gonna push over the other urn as well.
Do I see any like human parts or bones or pieces or like anything, or do I recognize these runes at all?
I don't think so. This is kind of out of your purview.
Pretty low hard magic.
Another perception check, Era.
And he still does have detect magic, doesn't he, as well?
No, it only lasts 10 minutes. Well, I mean, I could
have it.
I mean, a situation to cast.
I mean, yeah, you're not being restrained, so if you want to cast detect magic, you can.
I will do that.
Era, nothing. Okay. I mean, pretty much everything is magical. From the ooze, let me just look up quick a thing, because that'll inform me as to the best school of magic. But the door is conjuration, which has to do with transportation type magics, which you don't necessarily know, but makes sense once you go through it. And it actually, the ooze has like a bit of conjuration, which also has to do with summoning things, but also a good amount of illusion type magic, strangely enough. So it's like a weird combo of conjuration and illusion.
What about the ooze at the bottom of the floor?
That's what I mean. The ooze on the bottom of the floor. And then are you also asking about and then the pots? Super heavy necromancy.
I was right.
Very powerful necromancy.
Era, I'm going to let it do this thing, but I might need a hand if this goes bad. As I start sliding down the thing.
And then
I'll give you a hand.
I'll say, since you're closer, you can make a perception check as well.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're now seeing these two bodies like starting to rot on the floor.
It's very gross.
Broke both pots. It's exceptionally gross. Okay, so you see everything I said, but also now you don't know what Alexander's father looked like, but there seems to be like a family resemblance in these two beings. Like obviously not the like weird shit going on with them, but like you would not be surprised if they were like in a family tree with Alexander. And you can even see maybe, I don't know, it's Andra maybe is a stretch, but also Andra's half elf. So, but you definitely like, there's a bit of resemblance there.
So
As
these
you
look maybe like part Asimar?
no, as in like
Oh.
bloodline, like relatives, not like race, but like actual like family member looking like similar face structure and like just the way they look. And then you just get like plop, like gently placed in the slime.
Yeah.
Okay then.
And are you're just gonna chill out in the slime?
I guess. I see what happens.
Yeah. So
I'll
Era,
try to free my hands and start writing this down.
it doesn't really work inside the slime.
Sure.
So, you stick your hands out of the
Yeah,
slime,
right.
start writing.
Through its back, maybe.
Yeah, and Arrow, what are you doing now that you've broken both these very magical, expensive pots?
I'm walking very carefully to avoid glass shards.
Mhm. And obsidian too, so that shit's sharp.
Yeah. And I'm going to get out some rope
Mhm.
and start tying it to something stable that I can drop down to Elend should it become necessary.
Sure. Yeah,
Because I'm not diving into that slime.
Yeah, it's easy enough to do. You tie a little rope and let it down. So there's a rope next to you, Elend, if you want it. Is that it? Is that are you just gonna stand there then?
Yeah,
Or-
Yeah, I'm just watching him.
Kiki comes and hugs you.
This is very weird. You know, it's very weird to be hugged by yourself.
I think it's great.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm very much getting that vibe. Could you just just back up a little bit?
No thanks. I'm supposed to stay near you. And then we're gonna cut. So what is Anja doing in the bedroom? Is Anja taking the book back?
Yeah, she's gonna take the book back, and she did
Okay.
like another once over with an investigation check. She rolled a 22 on that.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yes. So what I will say is you find a wand in the like dresser, and you basically, I'm gonna say, like, just because you are a wizard, you think there's like some other magical items in here, but you don't like, unless you have like detect magic up, you can't tell which of the items in here are like innately magical.
Yeah, I'm actually a wizard that doesn't have detect magic, so I'm not that kind of wizard. Like,
Hey, hashtag not all wizards.
yeah, I'm not that kind of wizard. So as I was like, well, it's probably best to leave all the good stuff behind. I mean, it's a really nice bed. Okay, and she's gonna go back through. There's the door, right? Yeah, she's gonna go back
So
through
you
the door.
appear back in the room doors. And do you take the wand or you leave it in it?
Oh, I didn't even know that there was a wand there. Sorry.
Yeah. You found a little wand, and then you can tell there's probably some more magical items, but you can't tell.
Oh, okay. Can I do an Arcana check on the wand first, real quick?
Sure.
As soon as I find which window I left my character sheet. Bam! There we go. 13.
Yeah, you can't. It's not like just a spell focused wand. It's obviously like some sort of wand that probably has charges and does stuff every day or whatever, but you can't tell what it does.
Okay.
It's a wand of wonder.
Do I have
Activate
one?
that shit.
I don't know if I have one. I do.
The luck point if you want to.
I will. I think I'm gonna use my luck point on this wand.
Do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, you recognize this. This is what some people call a wand of knowledge, which when you tune to it, you can use it basically to cast a small number of divination spells like identify, which means you can cut off the like cost of it, and detect magic and find traps.
I'm gonna
So
like
what do you
hold
mean?
it and be like,
Detect magic.
So basically, it has 6 charges per day. It costs 3 to, and you have to tune to it first, but it costs 3 to cast find traps, 2 to cast identify, and 1 to cast detect magic. All of them not as a ritual.
Find traps is
and
how many?
3 of 6, and it gets back a d4 plus 1 charges at dawn.
Type that in chat for me just to copy paste it when you get a
Yeah.
chance. So.
No
Thank
worries.
you. Okay, cool, dope. I'm gonna think about it for a second. She's gonna hold it and just be like, "It's really wrong to take things, but what if I'm just borrowing it?" And she puts it in her bag and goes through the door.
You hear a whisper in the background.
As I go back through the door, I've put it in my bag, so like whoever is like out there, like I'm just gonna come and just be like, there was some books in there. There was some books on the Gith, and I brought one for where's Ellen? I think he might want to read this. I borrowed it, so we have to take it back. Okay, it's the only thing that I borrowed.
Not that I'm there, but
Could you act any more?
What?
end of sentence.
So what's in your bag?
You know.
You're obviously hiding something.
Wait. Didn't you say that was a bedroom?
Yes, it was a bedroom.
I'm gonna guess it was something that was kept in the bedside cabinet. Oh.
Oh, Libby, there's no donkey show in there.
I'm sure there's something donkey-sized in there.
Oh, well, I wasn't looking for that. I was just looking for things that could help us find this wizard.
You may not have been looking for it, but you might have took it.
No.
Your face says otherwise. You took something.
What are you talking about? And I like open my bag and I show the wand. I'm just, it was
See, well, it's a bit thinner than I thought you might go for, but okay.
Well, you don't actually know what I go for, Lumi, but okay.
I guess you're the type that goes for length.
You know what? That is not, unless you're offering, that is none of your business.
Gonna cut to the ooze room. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Ellen, you're in the ooze. Era, you're being hugged by Kiki. Anything else you want to do?
Is anything happening to me?
Why do you have to stay close to us?
Mm,
Why do you do anything?
I'm not complaining.
What do you know anything? Are you capable of complex thought? Okay, I get the idea. Can I leave this room?
Mm.
What if I just gently set you in the rest of the ooze and then leave?
Mm.
Why are you so unhelpful?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Ellen and
Pull him out.
fly out of here
Okay.
because this is a silly place.
Yeah.
Time to get by, Kiki.
Still attached.
She's still hugging you.
Can I like try and, as he's flying me away, like try and lever Kiki off of him?
I mean, you can make an opposed athletics check, but Kiki's gonna do everything in their power.
I will do that with
Okay, so-
my 0 strength.
Ignore that. This is Era doing
Hey.
this. This is Kiki. Yeah, Kiki's on there, man.
I think we've made a new friends.
Whee!
Great. Whatever.
Where you three going?
I'm going to
Downstairs.
where I'm following the blue torches now, I guess.
I guess.
You find the office.
Excellent.
No companions.
Nope.
I guess I sit down and
There is an open door to
wait
nothing,
for
though.
attendant.
There's
So
an
wait.
open door to black.
Holding on to? Me or Era?
Era.
Okay. I'm going to lean over to Era and say, okay, let's not tell them about this. Let's get this off you and not tell them what happened.
Oh yeah, did you recognize anything about the rotting corpses of, mutated humans?
That was, and like Ellen seems like visibly like shaken slightly, like a bit strange. They looked like Alexander and maybe Ornia, and didn't they say their father had been here? And I don't like this place anymore. Well, I just don't like that room actually, and all my clothes are ruined.
I was about to say you have the one person who could probably clean them there.
And he's not gonna bother.
Guys,
He likes to be covered.
That's what she said.
So are you gonna go into the door to nothingness, or are you just gonna sit in the office?
I think I'm
I
gonna try.
guess we're going into the door.
Separate himself from Kiki if he wants to, else go in the door.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
just not bothering with Kiki as long as she's not like restricting my movement.
Also,
Okay.
the thing about Kiki and Era are exactly the same strength. So I feel like unless something else comes about or Era's really trying, Kiki's just attached.
Sounds great.
Cool.
Let's go take our new friend to the party.
So hey, there's now a lot more people in the middle of the room as you guys as in the middle of the conversation about length. Just Ellen and Era appear covered in this strange like clear greenish substance, and a entirely green Era hugging original Era appear just in the middle of the room with you guys.
This is Kiki.
I'm Kiki.
Kiki.
Hello, Kiki.
Hi guys. Hi. We got a bit.
I'm gonna put my wands away and pull out a book, the Gith book, and hand it to Ellen. We're borrowing this, okay? We have to put it back into the bedroom when we're done, but weren't you looking for stuff?
Excellent. I will take the book. Oh, I guess I'll wipe my hands of these as much as I can.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna prestidigitate you clean.
As
Brilliant.
you
Who
prestidigitate,
sneezed?
it seems to resist. Actually, it like doesn't come off with prestidigitation.
Can
You,
I
like,
do a
wipe-
nature check?
It spreads. Yeah, please do. Mhm.
Patter's going to walk up and like kind of examine Kiki and hello, friend.
Hi. And
You are
comes up
fascinating.
and hugs you.
Oh, hello. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, this is you don't know what the heck.
What am I dice today?
As it
Guys.
goes to hug Chatter, do I just he just gets covered in slime now?
Not much. Like a little bit, but not as much as Era and Elendar. It's just like a little bit of residual.
There was a big
Aw.
puddle of this.
A
We
present.
both may have fell in.
What, so there's more of that thing? Is more
Well-
of that thing?
Well, this thing wasn't animated at the time. Also, his name's Kiki. You don't
Why
need to
did you
call him
bring
that
it?
thing.
Why did you bring the booger?
No,
You know-
It kind of brought itself. You know.
Kiki,
turns
you're
out he's
more
kind
than
of
welcome. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, can you keep it away from me?
Well, that's what happens when you veer away from the blue lights.
To
Apparently.
be fair, we've been veered away from the blue lights for a while
I've
now.
been pulled away from the blue lights. Thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have,
So you said there was a bedroom.
yes, and I'm gonna point to.
Would there also be a bathroom somewhere around?
We haven't checked all of the doors yet.
And during this whole time, by the way, Alexander has been popping in and out, making
Okay.
notes of what each door is until
Alright,
he's
so
filled
you
out
find,
all of the doors.
You find a few more mundane rooms, like a few more sitting rooms, and stuff. But roll me another d20.
Yeah, and he's making notes of what's in each room so he doesn't forget. That's another 4.
Another 4. All right. So this time, you peer in what appears to be an so it appears to be like a reading nook, right? So there's like a good amount of the book was about Gith history or Githtory.
Give
Really? Really?
How long have you waited to say that, Robert?
Too long.
Amazing.
Um, anyway, so you find this like reading nook, Alexander,
Mhm.
and it's got like some comfortable seating and more books, but here there's just like what appears to be like a circle of books around one particular seating place, as if like someone was just surrounded by books for a while. And you see just a pile, like a robe, like just an empty robe sitting in the middle of that pile of books.
Strike me down, and I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Exactly. And he's gonna pick up the books, look at each book,
Mhm.
and then close it, stack them on top until he has a stack of books, and put them in his backpack.
Yeah, as you like start looking at all these books, you see they also are like linked to the Gith in some way, and also a bit of like astral teleportation, as the Gith live in the astral plane. And you just start like doing this, and as you're doing it, you just start feeling this like, yeah, no, I need to learn more about this. Like, yes, let's do this. And you just like start also probably getting a bit of like not irresistible urge, but a bit of an urge to start like reading about these books and
Like
just,
an itch in the
finding
back
out-
of my head.
Yeah, very much so.
Would he recognize that he's a little bit of metagaming? Would he recognize that he's being put under some kind of magical effect?
Make an intelligence saving throw, I'll say.
Okay. You know, I can do that in the thing.
Mhm.
I mean, it wouldn't have changed anything, but
No, I'll say he doesn't seem to. He just like, I mean,
he's not a naturally like
he's kind
reader.
of curious. It's like,
He's naturally curious, not a natural reader. That's why I would.
but like,
That's why I even said anything about
yeah,
it.
but yeah, no, this doesn't seem out of place in your mind at this moment. Like in this moment, like I don't know, it just kind of feels like you've been on such a roll with the doors, and then this door, this one seemed like the one you were trying to get to for some reason.
Okay.
These books, like it's got to be something about these books.
I start flipping pages in the books until I see something that pops out.
I mean, yeah. There's a lot of stuff about Gith, and you start reading. There's the like one of the books that seems to have the most bookmarks is about like Gith Yankee society, right? So in the beginning, like you're just like getting into the forward, and it's talking about how due to the fact that Gith Yankee don't age in the astral plane, they have to like live on the material plane to mature, and there's just about like a bunch of weird bits about the Yankee society. Are you just gonna spend like time reading here? Should we see what other people are doing, or is he gonna?
Yeah, he after he finishes the forward of every book,
Mhm.
he's gonna go through and read the forward of every book, and then put that book in his backpack.
Okay.
And when he's
So-
done, he'll head back.
Yeah. So we'll cut to everyone else in that room. Is anybody like following, or Kiki's currently hugging?
Also, just to mention, this would be the first time he didn't come right back out of a room.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll follow Alexander in when I notice he's not returning immediately.
Okay. A non-ooze version of Era appears, and you see Alexander just like poring over books, like looking inspired. Like even just like looking at the nonverbal, like Alexander just looks like he is onto something. He is like on a roll.
Well, that's a new one.
Yeah.
I'd like to examine the robes and see if there's anything special about them.
Make an investigation check. You see there's like some glyphs, but you can't quite tell if they're like just for show, like most wizards have sometimes, or if they're actually like innately a magical item.
I'm gonna try to take the robe back into the circle room.
It follows with you.
Okay. I found a robe. I know we have a wizard. Wizards like robes. This one's got nice decoration. Anja, would you like this robe?
Did you come out and say that?
Yes.
I'm going to look at the robe and what does it look like? Like, what does the robe look like? How gothy is this robe?
It's not very gothy. It's purple and with like some green and gold trimmings.
It's not really my style, but I'm gonna look closer and just. Does Ellen still have detect magic going on, or?
I'll say it probably hasn't been exactly 10 minutes yet. There is a bit of
That's meta.
we'll say.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
That's a good question.
Yeah. There's also like again, every door is like so much conjuration in this room, Ellen. But then so I'll say this robe has a bit of abjuration, like protection magic on it, it seems.
Well, if you're not going to have it, I quite like the look of it. It could go quite well with some formal attire.
Honestly,
Make a perception check for me.
Me or?
Sorry, go ahead. No, Ellen, since he has tech magic up. And yeah, please go ahead.
Perception?
Perception with a P, yeah.
Deceive the cloak.
Yes. So it's very hard to see because there's so much conjuration magic, but you see one door has a bit of like that you wouldn't know if Alexander's gone in it. But you see one door has like a bit of, or actually two doors would. So two doors have a faint glow of necromancy. Like not from them, but like behind them, which doesn't make sense because they obviously teleport somewhere, but they're still as if like some necromancy is coming through them, which doesn't really make sense to you, but that's what you see.
Okay, I think I'll just reiterate that to the pie. Like, there seems to be some strange necrotic magic behind, and I point at these two doors. These two doors.
I feel as though this wizard may not have been the most savory of characters.
I mean, just because you're practicing necromancy doesn't make you a necromancer. Like, we all kind of, look at it, and, there are actually some spells that are necromantic in nature that are actually, like, healing spells. Like, it's not necessarily...
I'm sorry, if they're
or anything like that. It's just, it just has, sometimes it's just to talk to people who are dead, and sometimes you gotta talk to the dead in order to get some information out of them. It's not necessarily like a bad
I don't like necromancy. It goes against nature's will.
Also, it's kind of frowned upon by churches.
Not all churches.
Well,
I mean, he seemed to be doing some pretty gross human experimentation.
What?
I haven't told anyone about the beasts I found either yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
there were
A
some
lot of information close to the chest currently.
there were some mutated creatures in very large obsidian jars that used to be human.
Oh no, that's not
It's
good
worse
at
than
all.
that. It's worse, Anya. Now, and I just like take her wrists gently and like sit her down on the floor,
Okay.
and I sit in front of her and I say, "They kind of looked a bit like you and your brother," and I just let that sink in.
Where's Alex? We need to go talk to him. I also need to go see these
He's
things.
wounded.
What?
Behind that door.
That door? Okay. I'm gonna go, thank you. Bows.
Well,
Chatter will go with Anja.
as a point, you don't know what door in this room because you don't appear next to the door you came out of. You do know that which door to get to the office and then to go there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only one with a map.
Yeah.
I made a map.
Can I make some kind of check because we weren't to assume something or an instinct?
I mean, we can rewind a bit and have Era just say how to get there from the office since he doesn't know which door in
anytime
the circle
you go
gets
through
there.
a door, you would have counted how many left or right it is of the main office door.
But here's the thing: when you go through one of those doors, you don't appear in front of the door. You appear in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't know what door leads where unless you have Alexander's map. Is what I'm saying. So we can just say you go through the office door and then just go the normal way.
Okay.
So is it just Anja and Cheddar going, or?
Oh, they were they trying to get to the door I went through or the laboratory?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Are you? Yeah.
I'm trying to
think
find
I misunderstood.
Alex after this information.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go through
Uh,
that door. My apologies. That's
I'm
wrong.
gonna go after Anja because she tends to get into trouble.
Okay. Yeah. So
I
you-
think we're all as
I have the
Yeah,
So are
but
you
I
just
care
all
about her
gonna go-
slightly more than you guys.
yeah,
Are
yeah,
you-
yeah.
We all
Okay,
barrel
We're just
yeah.
all barreling through the
Yeah.
door.
So bam, you see Alexander just pouring over these books in a not exactly characteristic manner, but yeah.
Alexander, are you okay? I'm gonna walk over to him and I'm not gonna touch him, but I'm gonna kind of look at over to see, not over him, but stand in front of him to look because he's way taller than me.
Yeah.
At the
And
book.
Ellen, are you following along, or are you staying in the?
Even sitting, I'm still pretty massive.
Did everybody go in?
I think so.
I mean, I know Luminos and Chatter and Anja did. Era, did you go with, or are you staying?
Oh yeah, I'm going with.
Okay, so I guess so. Yeah.
I'm. Wait a minute. Let me just roll this dice.
Okay.
I'm gonna move one of romances.
Okay. You roll me a d20.
Nine.
You appear in the jar room.
The laboratory.
With the jars.
I'm assuming I
And-
haven't gone through that door yet.
Can I make a mental note of which door I went through
Yeah.
using the blue torch?
It's
as,
not
like,
one that
the-
Alexander has gone through, no.
Okay.
Also, yeah, if so wait, does Ellen have identifying spell list in your spell list?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, just mark off 50 gold from your money and we'll just assume
What?
you have picked that up. Right?
I've not cast it on anything yet, but
Right.
I was
But we'll
asking
just
if,
assume
like,
you have the component, yeah.
so I can do that. Okay, right. It costs 100. It says in the
50,
thing.
I think.
You want to change it to? My spell says 100. I can change it to 50 if you want. I don't mind. I'm happy to make it cheaper.
That's just me misremembering, but
It says this: a pearl worth at least 100 gold and an owl feather.
oh,
An owl feather.
Are they consumed?
no.
No.
It's just like you have to pay to get in.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Once
like
you're
100
in,
It is
you're
100
fine.
gold. So yeah, mark off 100 gold then.
No,
so-
I'm saying, unless it says not consumed, it is consumed.
No, it says if it is consumed.
I'm not going to cast it on anything yet, but that's just.
No, that's fine. No, yeah, that's good. All right.
I
So
was
yeah,
thinking
you're
about
in
robe.
you're in the jar room, but we're gonna go back to the office where everyone else is. Including Kiki. Still hugging Chatter. All right. So what's going on?
Alex,
So-
are you okay?
Just completely buried in the books, kind of gives a half response of yeah, and just continues reading.
This is very unlike him.
I'm gonna grab the rest of the books other than the one Alex is currently reading.
They're
and
all
put-
piled up in front of me. And about
I'm just
half
gonna
of them are
start
in my
taking
bag.
books from the bottom of the stack and putting them in my bag.
Yeah, and, Eric takes the bottom book and it's topples over. I don't know how Alexander reacts to that.
Frantically grabs the book, stacks them back up neatly, and goes back to reading.
Alex,
Doesn't just yeah.
what's going on with these books?
They're about the Gith.
Yeah. But why are you so furiously reading them?
The Gith are our enemy. I have to read about the enemy. And he at that point he just zones out reading.
I entirely agree with that.
Oh,
It is a good.
there's a trash can in the corner. Go over there.
I just retch, but I can't. There's nothing coming out because I'm empty.
I'm gonna just give a kind of look around the room and just see if I notice
Yeah, make an investigation
Yeah.
check.
And Alexander's gonna stand up with the book in his hand
Yeah.
because he's just remembered he had that sandwich. He's gonna walk to the kitchen, get the sandwich, just
Yeah.
continue reading
Yeah, no, that's
as long as he can leave the room. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Let's-
goes to the
let's
kitchen
go.
to get a sandwich.
Oh, God.
You know what you see? There's a trash
There's
can.
a trash can. I did notice
As
the
a
trash can
box.
for Lumi. As Alex goes to get up though, I'd be like, Alex, there's some really wrong stuff here. Apparently there's something with you and I that's very necromantic in nature. Maybe we should save the books for later and see what's going on here. It could have.
So just out of curiosity, how compulsive is
Yeah,
this?
so this I was about to say, you're not like compulsed to read these above all other like want. I'm just saying that like
Yeah.
you are like, I need to read all these books
Okay.
at some point soon. So
Okay.
if Alexander would prioritize figuring out whatever that means first, like normally, that's
Yeah.
that
He would
overweights this.
he would finally look up, be like, "Excuse me?"
There's like, we need to go see Ellen. Come on.
And then he's gonna look at Era and be like, "Books.
What about them?
Give them back. I'm gonna read them
I'll do
later."
that later. This is more important, trust me. I sort of just walk away, grabbing Kiki by the neck.
I mean, Kiki's still hugging Chatter here.
And Chatter has accepted this. He's sort of just like almost like holding Kiki, like a person holds like a toddler. 'Cause
Right.
he's that big.
That image is the best. I just want to point that out.
Yes. Because it just looks almost exactly like Era, except for what it's made of. So you're just like holding Era like a toddler as
Pretty
it
much.
hugs you.
So I'm almost 8. I'm over 8 feet tall. So
Right. Oh my goodness.
That's
feel
not
like this
weird
is-
at all.
This is almost a dream come true for Chatter.
And as Era sort of tries to like grab Kiki from Chatter, he just sort of like turns like Kiki away.
That's a slime. Whatever.
He's sleepy.
Mm.
And he just pets Kiki.
Kiki will like
I'm a
whisper,
good slime. Anyway.
Are you
I'm
my
not a bad slime.
dad?
Do we just have a permanent Kiki slime now? Is that a thing? Make that a thing.
I don't even know.
We could get him a jar, or her a jar, a jar. Put him in a
Okay.
jar.
So wonderful viewers, if you're wondering what a $5 donation looks like in this campaign, no. I'm a generous.
He is now my backup character.
Perfect. All right. You might not be entirely happy with some of the limitations that brings, but all right. All right. So are we all headed to the jar room then?
Yes.
Yes.
Alexander still stops by the kitchen to get that sandwich.
You see an immaculately made sandwich, and all the like instruments are like standing at attention. I'm guessing only Alexander is going to go there. Everyone else is kind of like beelining.
Yeah, he just tells everyone 1 second, goes get sandwich.
Make me a perception check real quick. Also, Alexander.
Okay.
We,
So
And he'll
Well,
tell
hang on.
them before.
yeah,
sorry.
we'll get back to you with what you do before the group gets to the jar room.
I'm also telling the instruments to make a meal for 8.
Okay.
Did we just teleport again?
16. Why didn't I roll it in
Yes,
roll
you
20?
you had the very least had to teleport back to the room of doors and then teleport either. Actually, none of you actually know which one leads to the jar room, so you'd have to teleport back to the office and then walk to the jar room.
Would it be one of the last ones? Maybe
One of the last few ones, but there's still a couple.
I would
was
wait
about to-
for
Alexander would
Let's
pop
just
in.
walk.
Alexander will pop into the last few rooms and try to narrow it down.
Roll another d20 then.
But yeah,
and
that
then
was a 17 for perception total. I
So-
rolled it on my d20.
the instruments like do the salute and start making food, but also they were facing slightly up and to the left of you, not exactly like at you, unlike the first time. And then they just go about their business.
Look up behind me where they were looking.
Then
facing?
just not, there's nothing really.
Okay. Yeah, he notes it down. He doesn't pay too much mind. But
I mean,
yeah,
they also don't have faces, so who knows?
yeah.
It
It could also just been like, that ghost that's possessed me or something. I don't know.
So, Ellen, what were you doing? So you appeared in the jar room.
So-
like rewinding time a little bit.
I guess, like, if that's what I see as soon as I walk through the door, I will immediately walk back out the door I came in because I don't
Okay.
want to be in this room at all.
Okay.
And then what do I see? Everyone. I guess my question here is about timing. Do I see them coming into the circular room?
Because I like not having headaches. We'll say that at that exact moment, they all walk out of the study.
Okay, does someone tell me that the plan is to go to the jar room? Presumably they do.
Here, you all see Ellen all of a sudden.
Anja wants
Oh,
to
did you
go
just stay here?
Yeah, Anja wants to go see, like, if it has something to do with her. Like, she's definitely gonna want to see, like, what
All right.
it is.
So when Anja tells him that, I guess he'll be like, okay, wait, it takes a deep breath. It's through that door, and I point to the door that I just went through. And then I'm going to point at the other necro door that you said I saw. Can we just check this one?
Is it the door that I went through the first time?
No.
No? Okay.
Because it has the same energy as that door, and we've already been in there. I think we should probably investigate this.
As
That
much
one's
as I would
probably
agree
less
with you.
gross.
As much as I would agree with you, Ellen, usually, because you're the voice of reason usually, this is something to do with my family, and I take my family seriously. And I go
surely we
through
should
the...
check this, because there could be more or worse things in here.
This is true. We already do know what's in the laboratory.
Well, kinda. I just gotta.
These are the only two doors I saw with this energy. That's all I will say.
I'm with Ellen on this one. I don't really want to go back to the laboratory.
I do.
Alexander's gonna walk... Oh, go ahead, Luminos.
I'm not feeling well.
Chatter.
This has been
do you think
a ton of
can-
teleportation.
Chatter, do you think you can take Luminos up to the main room so he doesn't, like, end up vomiting his stomach up or something?
Oh no, my stomach's already empty.
I mean,
More that you don't hurt yourself, buddy?
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit woozy.
Or, like, someone take him up? I don't know.
Oh, that's very
Someone-
nice of you to
Wanna
think about
go?
other
Let's
people like
go.
that, Alex. I knew there was good in you.
Don't count on it.
I'm sort of worried about the jars, though, that you were talking about.
Look, don't
Okay.
worry. Let me take a minute. I'll meet you there, and I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
I'm following Ellen.
I
Okay.
follow Ellen as
Okay.
well.
So is it just those three that are walking in? Or what's up?
Grabbing Anja by the waist and pulling her in as well.
Okay. So we got Ellen, Anja, Era, and Alexander. Anyone else coming?
Chatter's gonna look at Luminos, and I mean,
Yeah, I'll
don't
just sit
everybody
here for
talk.
5 minutes. I'll sit here for 5 minutes. It's fine.
All right, I'll wait here with Kiki and
Okay.
Luminos.
So you all appear
Oh no.
in a large room. It's about like probably 30 by 30 or so, and you see it has a not great smell, I will say, like mortuary, not great. And you see some body parts and gross like corpse type stuff, and just nothing like pleasant. And you see on three like almost like stone slabs three figures just laying there that the instant you step in shoot up, and we're going to be rolling initiative here.
Hey, Rob, just to let you know, I think, did he donate again?
Yeah, I've
for
got
a
my
sandwich mix?
criteria.
Like I am in communication with Robert all the time about these. Don't worry, I just do it in private.
Yeah,
And he's got crits in the bank.
I do have a crit in the bank.
All right, so initiative.
And I'm gonna make it count at some point.
Oh, this creature has a recharge ability? Okay, crit.
Oh God.
Here.
Remember to select your token before you roll.
Oh yeah, I might need to do that.
Yes.
Where is my character? Oh, there he is.
So we're just gonna have these three Come on, guys.
Did it select my token? It sure did.
Wait, what?
Yeah, found the combat encounter, guys. Yeah.
I'd very much rather have.
Woo!
Yay!
Oh, if they're undead, I can't do my fear stuffs.
They're
What
undead.
are the chances they're undead?
Of the
Come on.
paladin.
There's no way they're undead. And then you two outside also roll initiative, just because, I mean, there's a chance that this extends outside this room.
No one else was in the room where it happened.
And I guess I have to roll for Kiki too, so let me do that.
I don't think Kiki is going to be a great help.
I didn't say they would, but I'm still gonna add Kiki to the list. All right, perfect.
Oh, right,
So-
that's Kiki. That's on
yeah.
5.
So yeah, just remember that Era is on top here. And
Is
The
she
last
now?
of my spending money. No, why am I not eligible? What? Damn it.
okay, so
Well,
first up,
thanks for that.
one of these figures is gonna bolt up and just dash towards Alexander, and is going to stick its hand in your face and get a. Well, I rolled a natural 20 to hit, so I didn't even need to use my 20. So that'll be 9 points of necrotic damage, which you take half of because you are SMR, so you take 4. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He takes 5 damage. Cold damage as well. My armor of frost lasts
That's
for
true.
an hour.
Nice. Yeah.
Armor of
So,
And
yeah.
a con save.
Yes, a con save. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because you didn't reduce your hit points because it's just temporary hit points. So yeah. So yeah, you see this creature just run up and just like try and push its hand through like frost armor around Alexander, and just like its hands start freezing up, and then it like pulls away, and most of the armor around you is gone, but it's still there. And then it pulls out like a little dagger, or just picks up like a scrap of like metal from the ground and just makes a stab at you. So
Okay.
do that. So that's gonna be no, it's like it's not gonna hit you. You're a
It's a
fully armored
19.
paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna miss
My
you. here.
AC is 19.
All right. Yeah, no, it's
Wait.
it's a miss. It's a 17 to hit total.
It just took an
Oh.
action and then attacked him as well.
It has 2 attacks,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
There are 3 of them.
and there's 4 of you. I don't see what the big problem is here. So Aira,
Okay, how close are we to the door?
you're right next to it.
Okay. About how long does it take to teleport?
Not long at all. 6 seconds, you might say. Almost as if you went through the door, you just appear on the other side instantaneously.
Okay, so could I go through the door,
Mm-hmm.
yell to Chatter and Luminos,
Mhm.
we're
And
being
Kiki.
attacked by undead, then go back and shoot arrows or an arrow at one of the
Mm.
undead?
No, I'd say going back in and out would probably be your turn, pretty much. I'll say.
Okay.
So you're using your action to do a second movement.
Yeah, like I'll say it takes a movement to open the door and go through, and so you'd have to use your action to dash and go back in.
Gotcha. Secondary question.
Secondary answer. What can I do you for?
Can my seeking arrow go through the door?
I'm pretty sure it says on the same plane of existence, right? But it also needs to have a way to get there. And if the only way to get there is teleporting, I don't think it can do that, right? Like it can't like fly through doors. Also, there is a door on this room.
That's DM discretion.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say if you want to teleport through the door and fire your seeking arrow and have it fly through a teleporting door that you know it will go there, yes, it'll work.
Yeah, if
If you want
if
to
the
pop
target is
out,
within the weapons range and there's a path large enough for the arrow to travel.
You know what? Yeah, sure. If you leave the door open and you pop out, talk to them, and then shoot your arrow through the door, I'll say the seeking arrow through the door. I'll say it'll get there.
Okay.
That's just cool. That's
Yeah.
just cooler. All right. And
I'm
do you
gonna-
have one in mind,
I'm gonna hit the one that attacked
Alexander?
Alex.
Sounds good.
So I
that's a
popped
dex
through
save.
the back into the circle room, be like, okay, Chatter and Luminos, we're
Mhm.
being attacked by undead. You're gonna need to follow me. We might need everyone involved in this.
Wait. You want me to go through a teleportation and then go straight into a combat?
That is correct. And then I turn and fire an arrow at the door.
Yeah.
And
And it gets a 12, so it takes full damage.
excellent.
I thought you might think that.
You realize I'm kind of useless out of combat, right? With teleport, right?
So
I'm
So-
currently like
Actually,
one
lost-
teleport from fainting here.
it does
So it's gonna
11
take
damage.
4 points of air damage and 3 points of force damage.
Yep.
As the three inside
Actually,
the room,
it's all force damage.
it's all force damage. Ooh, fancy. All right, nice. So yeah, you guys see Era teleport away, and then just an arrow just pew, and just slam into this creature from the door. That he just-
Ooh.
I know, fancy.
Fancy.
All right, so that'll be Era's turn. Ellen, what are you doing?
Oh, I only have one more slot.
Okay,
Right.
I think as a bonus action, I'm gonna touch Alexander on the back and say, "Go get him, big boy," and give him a bardic inspiration. And then I'm gonna pull out my dagger and slice my hand and squeeze the blood out and throw it outwards and cast Bane on all
All
three
right.
of them.
So the one by Alexander gets a 6. There's then the two. The one that's closer to Alexander gets a 15, and then the other one gets a 7.
So they gotta beat 14.
Okay, so 2 of them. So the one next to Alexander and then the one farthest from him are both baned.
Yeah, our party is very good at inflicting debuffs.
Yeah, this is gonna be a time. All right, and is Ellen just gonna stay back there as well? Because actually, you could teleport away, actually, because you have a move.
Will that affect my concentration because I can't see them anymore?
No, it's not. You just have to maintain concentration. You don't have to be able to see them.
I think you
That
also
feels-
have to stay within.
That feels
certain
really
amount of
broken because
feet
if I'm
or
in another
something.
room where they can't see me, although I guess they do.
I mean, it's just an effect. No,
Mm.
you can be away and you don't.
I think I'm gonna stand.
But-
I want to basically not be in the way of when they come back through the door. Like, so
Okay, so you're just gonna
Yes.
move to the side.
I'll stand here.
Sounds good. All right. So it's going to be the one that resisted's turn, and it's going to come up on Alexander. It's going to do the hand thing. Got an 8 to hit, though, and then it's going to stab at you with another just piece of detritus, and that's only a 10 to hit. So this one was a lot more anemic.
Yeah.
But also, as these two things are right in both of your faces, they have like kind of stitched together faces and like weird amalgamous body parts, but they all are like bodies that you would say are in like the general line of you guys, like both the siblings, like as if somebody was trying to like recreate, maybe not you, but like Alexander, you for you, like so if someone was like poorly recreated your dad.
It's a really weird.
It's a bizarre experience for sure. Anja, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Grease.
Lightning.
That's what she said.
Right.
And I'm gonna do
Speaking
it.
of
If you're seeing on the map,
debuffs.
I'm pinging it right
Yeah.
here because it's 10
Yeah.
feet, and it should catch all 3 of these guys. Because of it.
So it's a 10-foot square.
It's
Oh,
like centered, I think, right?
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is all greasy. So they'll make deck saves.
They get that.
And then Ellen roll 3 bane or 2 bane things for me.
The save. Yep, and the veins.
Okay. So one of them got a natural 20, so they're good. The other one got, what's your DC?
My DC
For-
is a 13.
Okay, so one of them got a 12 with the Bane, and the other one got like a 10.
Okay.
So the one at the far back is still up, but the other two are prone on the ground,
I'm just gonna
which is just
draw,
embarrassing.
a shape so we know where everything's at. Oh, you did it! Yay! Thanks. There's the Bane, and then as a bonus action, I will activate my Blade Song. I will pull out my rapier and I will stand firm with you, Alex. Like, give me your auras.
Right.
But oh wait, you're not that kind of paladin.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Level
We'll get there.
6
We'll
and
get
7. That's when my fun auras come around.
And that will be my
Perfect. Chatter, you have just been told that there's some shit going on and Kiki's still hugging you.
Who wrote grease on there?
Okay. So he's going to move into the room, holding on to Kiki with one arm, even though it doesn't matter. Do anything. So how much movement do I need to use to get into the room?
I'll say like it is a move action to like just basically go through. So like your movement out.
Okay, so it's movement and an action.
No, it just is a move action. So
still
an action, bonus action.
Okay.
careful, Chatter, don't slip.
Oh.
Yeah, you see there's just like a bunch of just grease.
Uh-oh.
It's gross.
Ew. Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So he's going to look around, and he's going to, first thing he's going to do is how close together are the enemies to each other?
So there's two within 5 feet of each other right next to Alexander, and then there's one that's like 15 feet away from all of them.
Perfect. So he's going to cast Fairy Fire, 20-foot cube that encompasses them.
Okay, so that's 2 more Bane rolls for me, please, Ellen. And what's your DC? Is it 13 or 14?
It is 14.
14?
And it's a dexterity save.
All right, Ellen, on point with the Bane rolls. That means they're all fairy fired. My goodness.
The Chatter just sort of like
is it?
brandishes a hand, and the little fireflies and moths just sort of flutter out in this ethereal sort of glittering green light. They kind of just stick to them, and they're blinking little fireflies with green glitter sort of just floating around.
Green. And his house was green.
Chatter is also, and then as a bonus action, you see him flourish his other hand, and he says, come on, we could use your help, Hawk Spirit. And then you see this ethereal hawk just sort of spread its wings and fly out from behind Chatter. He's using his spirit totem, which is the Hawk Spirit. I can use a reaction when somebody makes an attack roll against a target. I can use my reaction to grant advantage to them, and everybody has advantage on perception checks while in the aura, which is a 30-foot aura.
So what is that reaction ability? You can give someone advantage on an attack roll, basically?
As a reaction.
Okay, gotcha. All right. A little overkill maybe, but all right. So then the third one, who's baned but not prone, is gonna step out of the grease, because it doesn't quite get all of the room, and then is gonna just come up towards Ellen, which it knows was nasty enough to do that to him, and it's gonna make an attack roll. Go ahead and make a Bane roll, Ellen, for yourself. So that's going to be a 13 to hit. And I think that misses. Yeah, you only see a 14, right? Ellen?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so that'll miss, and then it's going to stab at you. Bane, please. And that'll be another 13! All right, yeah. So that's their turn. Alexander
is having a bit of a moment, seeing what essentially are misformed versions of his father.
Yeah, maybe.
And you all hear it before. Yeah, thank you. You all hear it before you see it, and Chatter, you're almost gonna get hit in the face by his wings that whole cracking and popping sound and flesh ripping out of the back of his armor, and as his wings come out.
Watch where you're swinging now.
All right, so that's a wisdom saves on their parts, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, 2 more Bane, and also what's the DC for that?
That's a really good question. I do not remember. I am checking right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wow, how
not
many
a good
falls have I
player.
rolled?
Nice.
Too many. You know what this feels like? This feels like when you are building a character in a online RPG, and you're just like, what? How many? And you see there's an achievement for getting a certain number of debuffs on the target, and so you just make a character who can make all the debuffs possible. So they're all frightened of. Or wait, how far is it?
It's 15.
15. Okay.
My DC is 15.
They're all close enough. Oh, how far away do they have to be to make saves?
It is 10 feet.
Okay, so the 2 right next to you are scared of you as well. So we've got 2 fairy fired, baned, prone creatures. Well, one of the ones next to you is
Lying on grease.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, and that's my action. And as my bonus action, my cleaver, which I draw as part of my action, like it all happens at once.
Yeah,
My
it's all
cleaver
good.
comes out, my wings come out, and my eyes are glowing red. And my sword, when I pull it out, I cast Divine Favor on my sword. And when I pull it out, it is now sheathed in what is essentially my Wrathful Smite, but darker and more. It looks like I've just pulled darkness out of my sheath instead of my sword.
Yeah. All right.
He's not happy about this.
Hey, this is a lot. All right, Aira.
Kidding.
I don't get to attack this turn, but
No, I think you did quite enough. So, what are you doing, Aira?
Kiki. That's Kiki.
All right, that is Kiki. Kiki uses this action to hug Chatter. Luminos.
Right.
You should probably get in the.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll remember now. Once was enough.
I groggily go through the door and
Yeah. I think I need you to make a con save for me.
yeah, I was about to do one as well.
Perfect.
and my mic is not muted. One sec.
Hey, you step through with a poise and posture hitherto unseen from Lumi stepping through a portal door. In fact, you feel terrific. You feel vigorated. And then, you see 3 strange amalgamated people attacking your friends.
Oh, one's with wings. What are the other 2?
God, I'm roasted.
All right.
Well, what are you doing?
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
I
just,
don't
I
feel
guess-
bad for you that you can't have double advantage, but you have double advantage. Make it attack.
That's fine. Also, just for the shits and giggles, I'm also going to add Searing Smite.
All right.
You're gonna need to, Robert. You're gonna need to bump up these combat encounters a little
Listen, this went very poorly for them. It doesn't normally go this poorly for them. They're not that weak.
They
You're
can
only
attack
level
twice.
3.
They can attack twice. That's very strong, but we have made them very weak.
And,
I
that's a
critted.
crit. Yep.
Crit
So,
with the smite.
so you're gonna get smite. I'm guessing you're gonna also smite.
The
Oh, you
smite,
can
smite
totally do
doubles
that.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You can also divine smite on top of
like
that.
you can also
also
divine smite. if you
Smite
wish.
just from your paladin ability.
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
Cool.
Sure,
So
fine.
these things are undead, so you'll get double weapon damage, 6d8 radiant damage, due to the smite critting,
And smite.
and then another d6 of fire damage, please.
No, 2d6.
Right. So
2d6.
right. So roll me an extra d6,
Okay, so another one.
and then
So
6d8 because you get 2d8 for smiting, an extra d8 because they're undead, and that's doubled. So 6d8 radiant damage, please.
Okay.
Please. I want to know. How do you put this thing out of its misery?
Well, so I'm just like fire, light. Ah! Ah!
Yeah, and
I
so
feel good.
Yeah, you just slice through this thing, and it just nothing is left. It is dust. It is disintegrated. It is gone. Nothing of this is left. It's like this thing never even existed in the world.
Just a curious question: is the grease flammable?
No, it's...
You know what? There's only one way to find out. And maybe you will.
I mean, like, it's technically made if I would have not used my my spell casting. It's technically casted with butter, so.
I've
That's
always
cool.
ruled that grease is flammable because that makes for fun combos.
It's
I mean,
animal fat.
listen. There's only one way to find it out.
Shadow just
Also-
looks down at his feet, which are covered in grease.
And
We're not in the grease, thankfully.
yeah, definitely. Luminos definitely channels all the rage from these previous teleportations into that one mighty swing. All right, back to the top of the initiative. Era, what are you doing?
I start by
You can just use your move action to teleport in.
teleporting
Cool. So
back to
Is there
I got
enough
you.
room?
I got you. Yes.
the other is. I'll just go behind.
So you here
Alex.
behind Alexander.
Mhm.
So
have
there's
wings
two
in your
creatures. Yes.
I'm
Which
gonna
actually
fire an arrow.
probably the most used to.
I'm gonna fire an arrow at the one by Ellen.
Okay, you have advantage because it's fairy fire.
Unlike the other one, which I would just do it regularly.
Mhm.
Well,
All right,
16.
that'll hit.
It
Yeah.
does 6 damage.
And you see it impacts this creature, but it like seems to not quite impact as much as it should. It just kind of like it just sticks in this creature, and it barely seems to notice.
Hey, where'd that one go? There was 3 when I left.
Yeah, there's just a pile of like dust. Yeah. Is
Okay,
that all
then.
for Era for now?
God,
Yeah,
we have
that's
such
all
a
Era's
weird
gotta do for now.
party.
All right.
It's such a weird and
Ellen.
glorious party.
Ellen?
I think I will stab it with my rapier.
Okay, you have advantage because yeah,
Everything we do is
Hits.
a buff or a debuff.
yeah, pretty much. So it'll take 4 more points of damage.
4.
Yes, as you see, your rapier doesn't quite
Oh,
have the impact
okay.
you would want it to. As again, it just like doesn't react. Like it's almost like it can't feel pain, or if it can, just doesn't care. And in
What-
response, yes.
Well,
sorry.
well, hang on. I'm going to use my.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I don't think I need to use another inspiration, do I? I think we've got this in hand. So I guess I'll just stay where I am.
Thanks. All right. So in response, it's going to make an attack, and this one is not the one that has disadvantage because of fear. So you do get Bane stuff going on.
I don't think Bane's going to matter.
Is it rolling a 21 now?
What?
I want a 7.
Or is
Rolls
it,
a 7.
has it got advantage? Oh, okay, right.
No.
okay.
And then another 7. So I also am just, here's the thing. This is not like that, like it's not the hardest encounter, but it's also not this easy. I'm also just rolling like kind of garbage at all times.
Yes.
So that's fun. Yeah. So it just does 0 things to you. Anja.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and go after the prone feller here. And I'm gonna stab it with my booming rapier, essentially.
Yeah, do that thing.
Because why not?
Why wouldn't you?
So 20.
Yeah,
a natural
that
20.
definitely hits.
And there's the
Yeah.
rapier damage.
Okay, so 5 points of piercing
And then
damage.
the booming blade damage.
All right.
Ka-chows.
Yeah.
Ka-chows.
The thunder damage, see like the thunder damage, like you stab it and it just like stays like where it is, like looking at Alexander like a bit scared, and then the like boom goes off and it whips its eyes to you and just like snarls at you wordlessly.
Come at me, bro.
Poor choice of wording, I feel like, with what these creatures look like. Is that it for Anja for now?
As far as that goes, yeah, she doesn't really have. She's just keeping her her stuff going. So.
All right, damn it, sounds good. So, Chatter.
Yes, Chatter. He sort of looks around. Just my Roll20 thing just yeeted me out.
Oh.
So he's gonna look around. He sees that everybody's doing pretty good.
They are.
He sees that these things are being pretty easily handled.
Yeah.
So he is just going to hold his action to basically, if anybody gets hurt, he's going to assist them. But right now, he's sort of.
So, are you holding a cure wound spell or
healing word?
If you so that's fine.
Healing word, and he's maintaining his fairy fire and the hawk. So.
All right, this white is gonna stand up. Ha! That's one debuff gone. And now it's going to make disadvantage attacks on Anja.
Just remember, if it actually, he can stand up, but the way that grease does work, if he starts his turn or ends it, he has to make it again. So.
Or is it start his turn or end his turn?
I think it's a start.
I think it.
A creature that enters the area
ends its turn. Because when it appears, they fall. But yeah.
And then
so to make a disadvantage attack against Anja, that's a natural 1, so that's not going to hit. It's gonna stab at you, and that's a 7, and then also Bane or no Bane. No, this one's not Bane. So yeah, it still misses. No, it has disadvantage because it's frightened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't waste my shield thing.
Listen, as much as I would love to do, I think we can just say y'all just win. So here's what we're gonna we kind of like fade to black on this combat as we just hear like the last like finishing of a combat, and we're gonna like the audience is gonna like cut to the jar room, and we see the like 2 like weird oozes and the bodies like decaying and the ooze mixing, and then we see it fall into the like pit of previously Kiki ooze, and we see it bubble and kind of like weirdly mix and start smoking. And then we see it like start to change color, and we see like this weird pseudopod like reach up like an arm and grab the outside of the pit, and we fade to black.
Oh no, it's double.
What will happen next? Surely our adventurers won't debuff the crap out of this new monster.
I did want to point out, I also have Bane as well, just in case.
Yeah. I also have Bless as well.
Man.
So do I!
Perfect.
Okay, fam.
Well, that was a very interesting session, everyone. And I'm very excited for the second donation to come in. Don't worry, I've not forgotten. It's written down. It's going to come up.
Okay,
I promise.
Excellent. All right, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to go ahead and do a quick round table so that everybody can tell us where they came, where they can find them on the internet, and praise Robert for doing such a great job. We'll go ahead and
Praise be unto Robert.
Ember, good sir.
Hi, I'm Ember. I do stuff and things sometimes on the internets. I actually started streaming on my channel again, on my channel instead of Gamer Realm. I am Ember622 on the Twitches. Other than that, I don't use Twitter. I don't use like anything else. So yeah. Hi. Bye.
Hi, bye. Thank you. Adam.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, everyone. That was so good this week. Hi, I'm Adam. Thank you for watching. You can find me at oldf4_gaming on Twitch and Twitter. hopefully going to begin streaming again soon, as I've always got a new job. But until then, you will find me here and on Discord.
Thank you so much, Adam, for joining us. Hope.
Hi guys, I'm Hope from over at She Games, He Games. My husband and I stream over there. We stream Dungeons and Dragons. We stream Thieves. I stream art, just all kinds of cool stuff. Thank you so much for having me, as always. And yeah, hopefully you guys all have an awesome day.
Thank you so much, Hope. Omega.
I'm Omega. You can't find me anywhere. I'm possible to
Battle
find.
exclusive.
I have a question though, Robert.
Yeah.
How many extra spell slots of cleric spells do I get if I praise the GM?
None. You must earn them.
You need to
Donate and find out.
But multi-classing is valid.
Could the GM be my cleric god?
That's an interesting.
Oh,
I've just thought of a cool character concept because of that now.
or the GM is your warlock
Writing
patron.
this down. Yeah,
That's also a
exactly.
good
Thank you so much, Omega. Always a fucking joy to have you. And Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash, Luminosity, a paladin that goes, ah! And I stream every now and again, most days of the week, I suppose. I'm currently playing Sekiro and dying quite a lot.
Thank you, Ash. And of course, Robert.
Hey everyone, I'm Robert the GM, at Rob B. Rollin on Twitter and Robert the GM on Discord. Also, two fun things I've been doing. One, I've been a guest over on Tesla RPG Lab channel with Tesla for 3 weeks, doing a fun little guesting spot. Also, I'm a proud member of the Not Quite Heroes podcast. The link to our website is now in the chat. We have 2 episodes up and some merch if you already love us that much. And yeah, soon doing lots of fun stuff. This was a really interesting session. I sure do love it when I get a bounce between different exploration parts. That was interesting to do, but always a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
All right, cool. It's all my turn and stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much. My name is Val. Of course, you can find me here on my channel whenever I'm around. Of course, every Tuesday. Here, every other Sunday, we have another show called Revenge of the Gith, and you'll randomly see me streaming Jurassic World Evolution because I'm not obsessed with dinosaurs, I promise. And of course, you can also catch me on the RPG Lab as well. You can join my Discord and things like that. With that, we're going to go ahead and throw a raid over to our friends at the Scraticus Academy. So everybody give some love to Scrat. He is a huge he is good people. He is very good people. So
good people.
He's very good people.
Him being plural is the most impressive thing,
It's true.
actually.
Like, as soon as I get to my
That's what happens when you're a good enough person. You become good
it's
people.
true. Him and his wife
You ascend.
Alice run the channel together. So
Bless.
yes. Let's get that going. Get that raid going. Cool. And of course, thank you everybody. We'll catch you next week. We'll catch you. I'm not doing Dragonstone this week because it's Easter. We'll be doing it a week after. But yes, thank you guys so much and peace out.
Bye.
Evening.